Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics. Back at you with a new video. Today is Wednesday, August 23rd, 2023, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App, $ ORION NWSF, or the YouTube super chat right here. It's a little bit early. It's 11 a.m. Pacific time, so 1 Central, 2 on the East Coast. But normally the Mariners aren't going to be playing this early unless it's the last game of the set. And it is game 3, the last game of the set with the Mariners and the White Sox. We are trying to get the brooms out and trying to sweep. Don't know if that's going to happen, but we will wait and see here. So I was watching a little bit of this Cardinals Pirates. So let me actually switch it over to the Mariners here. All right, here we go. And let's go over the thumb and the starting lineups. And on the left, on the thumb, we got George Kirby. And I believe making his debut back after the suspension and the fight on the right, Tim Anderson, because he didn't play in the last 2 games. So I figure this is his debut. All right, let's get into the starting lineups for the Seattle Mariners. Leading off at shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Batting second, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Glad to have you back, Julio. We took you, gave you a day off after, you were scorching. And then supposedly you had the stomach bug or you had some kind of issue. Was it food poisoning or something else? I'm not really too sure, but hopefully you're okay. But you're back in the lineup. So great to have you. Let's go, J-Rod. Batting third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. Is Eugenio Suarez the third best third baseman in the league? He's definitely in the top 5 offensively and defensively. Yes, I know Manny Machado and Nolan Arenado are better, but Suarez, I mean, for my money, I would say that he might be the third or fourth best third baseman in the league. He's very, very good at defense. He can get you some hits and some power. Let's go, Gino. Batting cleanup and batting fourth, right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. Batting fifth, first baseman, Ty France. Batting sixth, DHing for Seattle, Dominic Canzone. Batting seventh, left fielder, Dylan Moore. Batting eighth, second baseman, Josh Rojas. And batting ninth, catching today for the Mariners, Brian O'Keefe. And on the mound, it's our ace, arguably our best pitcher, not named Bryce Miller, George Kirby. Let's go, George. I see you. 10-8 record. Probably should be 14-4 or 13-5 if he had run support. But he's got a great ERA of 3.23, and hopefully we can get that closer to 3 or right under 3 in the 290s, but it'll be very difficult in this major league game today. Mariners. All right, and let's link up here the Chicago White Sox. Let's go over their starting lineup. Leading off for the White Sox, making his debut after getting his ass knocked out, shortstop, Tim Anderson. Anderson down. Batting second, third baseman, Elvis Andrus. Batting third, center fielder, Luis Robert Jr. Batting cleanup and batting fourth, DHing for Chicago, Eloy Jimenez. Batting fifth, first baseman, Andrew Vaughn. Batting sixth, right fielder, Oscar Colas. Batting seventh, the former Dodger and Klay Thompson's brother, left fielder, Trace Thompson. Very weird seeing him in a White Sox jersey rather than a Dodger jersey for the last couple years. Batting eighth, catching tonight for Chicago, Carlos Perez. And batting ninth, second baseman Lennon Sosa. And on the mound for the White Sox, Michael Kopech. 5-11 record with a 5.12 ERA. So that's about the third day in a row where they have a pitcher for the White Sox starting that's got an ERA of 5 or more. And that is kind of fitting because what do we always say at every Mariner broadcast? Since 2023 started, I've said the magic number for the Mariners to win is 5 runs, nothing too crazy, right? And 7 to 10 hits. And when we get 5 runs or more, or 7 to 10 hits or more, we win 90% of the time. Okay. Now, if we get less than 5 runs and we get less than 7 hits, we typically lose, it feels like, 90% of the time. So that will be the magic number. George Kirby, Tim Anderson, I see you. Let's get it. And this one took me a little longer. I had to go through many, many, many George Kirby images to try to find one that actually would format, let alone that would look good. And, I always want to be able to find ones where they're kind of facing each other or doing some kind of pose. And this one took a while to make, but I'm very proud of it. It turned out great. Let's go, baby. Let's get it. Mariners. Yes, yes. So, the game will be going here in just a moment. I like to do the starting lineup. So anyone that's new that ends up coming through, like I try to be able to give as much as I can, so that way I can give a proper introduction. I typically try to go to Mariner games, and when I hear the introduction of the players, I feel that they could be better. Like, you want to have an introduction like they used to do in like 90s basketball when like Jordan would be playing in the Knicks, and then you'd be able to get that feeling. And of course, basketball will be a little bit more dramatic, but maybe they can ramp it up when we go into the playoffs a little bit. But I typically like to go over the starting lineup and also, give some photos to go along as we go into to give you actually a full broadcast. So, oh, I will. And like I said, I thank you. I appreciate that. Like I said, I feel I have a very unique voice. People have been telling me that since I was maybe about 14 or 15 once I got to high school. And yeah, like I said, I enjoy doing not only Mariner games, but MLB games, but I'll do a little bit of everything: NFL, college football, NBA, college hoops, AEW, WWE, NHL, NASCAR, UFC, boxing. So a little bit of everything. Calvin Griffin, my boy, in the building. How are you? Who dat? You excited for this year? I think I would be, with everything that's going on. And again, normally, in the past, I wasn't able to do these games because, like I said, I was sharing the space with the ex-girlfriend, and with her working through Verizon and whatnot, talking to clients and, working on, company emails and everything. It just wouldn't have been able to work with 2 of us in the room at the same time. So I was kind of restricted where I had to pretty much work full time for YouTube from like 5 p.m. until 10 p.m. And that's not a whole lot of time. So now I have the ability to start working at, 7 a.m. to like pretty much midnight if I choose to. So we're going to be definitely pumping out, more reaction videos, power rankings, possibly a morning show, maybe a couple times during the week. After I get reaction videos done, maybe on like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So that way we can kind of go over what's going on in the NFL world, maybe on like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, something like that. And then obviously doing as many live streams as possible. But I hope everyone is doing great. And we're going to be getting going here on the first pitch in about a minute. And I've been up for hours. So me and Paisley, we already went for an hour walk. I've been up since probably about, I think around 7 a.m., 6, 7 a.m. So had breakfast, got a walk in. It took me a while to get prepped with the thumb, but I'm here. I'm ready to go. And I'm ready for the sweep. Get the brooms. Let's go, baby. And one good thing about the Mariners, we got Julio Rodriguez back. So we gave him a day off after he was literally the hottest player in baseball and doing things that we haven't seen since 1900. Pretty much putting stats as equal to the whole Yankees team in that same stretch. Just one player, and it's our guy, our superstar, Julio Rodriguez. But we have been getting some good production, from Cal Raleigh hitting bombs. JP Crawford is back. So that's always great that we can get one of our starting guys to lead off to set the tone. And normally when JP Crawford leads off and he ends up getting a hit, typically Julio will follow, and then that sets the tone for the rest of the guys in the lineup, like Ty France, like Eugenio Suarez, and that's definitely exciting. Mariner Moose in the building. We're ready to go, and I'm ready to get this started, baby. Let's go. Tim Anderson, your first game back from the knockout from Jose Ramirez, Guardians, White Sox. So I had to honor you and put you on the thumb. And we got our ace, George Kirby. Leading off for the Mariners, shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Batting second, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. And batting third here in the top of the first, third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. Let's go, Gino. You're the man. I love you. And let's get going today, baby. Let's go. I'm ready. I am ready. We got to get the sweep. And again, if we want to make the playoffs, take over the Astros and the Rangers, these are the type of games that we have to be able to take advantage and win. First pitch, Kopech. Right inside in the strike zone for a 0-1 count. Come on, baby. Let's go, JP. And we had some guys go down to injuries. I noticed that Emerson Hancock, our first-round draft pick from Georgia in 2020, 6th overall, he looks like he's on the injured list for the rest of the year. I will get into some more details when I get some more info on that, but let me look to see if they've updated anything as of last time that I checked. But that's a little heartbreaking because he actually was pretty good for us. And had some potential there. Strike three on J.P. Crawford, one away. All right, let me see what they have here listed. So injuries for the Mariners at this point, Emerson Hancock, and does it say anything specifically? Shoulder transferred to the 60-day injured list. So obviously a strain of the shoulder or a separation. That's a little bit heartbreaking, but we got Brian Wu back. Gilbert's getting better. He's playing pretty well. Luis Castillo. And then on top, we obviously have Bryce Miller and George Kirby. So I feel very good. Mariners can make the playoffs. Not only that, we can make the wild card. Hell, we might even win the division over the Astros or the Rangers. And I would love if we can get the Orioles and the Mariners in the ALCS versus the Braves and the Dodgers in the NLCS. But that might be a pipe dream. But eventually, I know the Mariners will be able to get there at some point. Top of the first. 0-0 game. Next up, our phenom, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. We need you, baby. Oh, almost hit him, or did it? Oh, that was close. Let's go, J-Rod. So we gave him a day off. Then he had the bubble guts, had the shits, maybe got poisoned, maybe some food poisoning, like Michael Jordan when he was in Utah. When he had the flu game, he had pizza, ate the whole thing, and pretty sure that the pizzeria, knowing that he was going to the Bulls, maybe they didn't know specifically Jordan, but he ate it. He got sick, went through the flu game, and obviously sickness, and still dominated. Julio, on the other hand, it must have been pretty bad because he didn't even get a chance to play, and they did a scratch about 5 minutes before first pitch yesterday. So good to see him back. Let's go, baby. Julio goes to first with a walk. Next up, my boy, Eugenio Suarez. Let's go, Gino. We got Julio back, baby. Let's go. And now we need Gino. Let's go, baby. We need you. We need your offense and your defense. 0-1 pitch. Julio going for the steal. Safe, baby. There we go. There we go. That's what I like to see. Yes, sir. Julio sliding in safe. My boy. Let's go. We can always count on J-Rod stealing some bags. He has been getting caught out a little bit more as of late, but I'm not too worried about it. Got him. Strike three looking. Damn it. Gino goes down. Come on, baby. Next time. Next time, brother. Brother. New world order. For life. Oh, yeah. Brother. All right. Next up, right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. Let's go, Teo. We need you. I'll throw up a double here. We're going to throw up both photos here. We got the first. I got many of Teoscar, but we're wearing the teal today, so definitely going to sprinkle in some more of the teal photos. Let's go, Teoscar. You strike out a lot, right? But you have been getting a little bit hotter as of late. Throw to first. Got him. Wow. 1, 2, 3. See ya later. We leave Julio stranded. Let's go to the White Sox here in the bottom of the first. All right, leading off for the White Sox, the first time being back by getting his ass knocked the fuck out by Jose Ramirez and the Guardians. Anderson down, Anderson down. It is your stud, my stud, nobody's stud, shortstop, Tim Anderson. And I've kind of heard he's an asshole. You know, so he likes to chirp a lot. And I heard he's even gotten in fights with teammates, like in the dugout and like privately. So maybe you got what you deserved. I mean, I don't know you personally or whatnot, but from what I've read and interviews that I've seen, there's even some individuals on the team that may not like Tim Anderson. So next time you want to square up, A, don't go southpaw if you're not southpaw, and B, don't swing wildly. Otherwise, you're going to get caught with someone swinging, looking down, and getting knocked the fuck out, and you'll be a meme forever. Batting second, third baseman Elvis Andrus. And batting third, center fielder Luis Robert Jr. He's a stud. They got a few studs on the White Sox, but we need to get the sweep. We need to get the brooms. Let's go. But yeah, I don't like seeing this Hancock injury. Now I got to send this information to my boy here. I imagine he hasn't seen the news. So I'm going to break it to him softly here. I know he's at work. He might be streaming the game at his desk. You know how it goes. Sometimes, when your favorite team is on, you might have to make a bathroom break or, make a little bit more of an effort to be able to see what's going on. But was definitely promising with Emerson Hancock. 2020 first rounder. Like 6 overall from Georgia. So that was not what I wanted to hear. But at least Wu came back, JP came back, and Kelenic should be coming back pretty soon too. All right, here we go. Next up, we got our boy, Ty France. Let's go, Ty. You got this, baby. Pitch is outside, 1-1 count. Oh, did they say that Teoscar was safe? Whoa, what happened there? I thought the inning was over. Wow, they reviewed it and then decided that he was safe. So now we got runners at first and third. Unbelievable. I guess a challenge does pay off every once in a while for the Mariners because I was going to say Teoscar was running really hard, but 9 times out of 10 he's going to be out unless it's someone faster like maybe JP or something or Sam Haggerty. But runners on the corners, top of the first, 2-1 count to Ty France. Let's get an RBI, baby. France. Uh-oh. Routine play in the outfield and left field popped up. And now the inning is over. Well, okay. I was just kind of thrown off there when it came back from the commercial break and the White Sox weren't up and we were still up, but I'll take it. All right. Tim Anderson, Mr. Anderson. What's good, man? Where are you at? Are you at your desk? Are you in the bathroom? Where are you hiding and watching the stream? And what's good? I hope you're doing well. Let's get the sweep. Absolutely. Kirby, dude. And it took me a while to kind of get the thumb, where I wanted because, Kirby images are tough. I probably went through, I'm not even lying, like 30 images to be able to try to find one that would format and one that looked good. And obviously, eventually got the one I needed, the one I wanted. And then we got Tim Anderson on the other side. First game back from getting knocked the fuck out for chirping and talking shit and thinking he was a boxer or UFC, going southpaw and Jose Ramirez letting him know who's boss. And it definitely isn't Mr. Anderson. What's good, brother? Kirby. And of course, if the Mariners are going to be on, I'm going to do them, every game that I can, as long as I'm at, this situation here in the studio. And even if it's early, hey, it's George Kirby, right? That's a big reason to wake up and be excited. I hope we end up getting the sweep. Our lineup isn't very good overall. Like if you're looking at the lineup, we got Dylan Moore in the 7 hole. Rojas, which I don't mind, in the 8 hole. He's better than Colton Wong. But then we also have Brian O'Keefe at the 9 hole. So I don't know what kind of production we're going to get. Dominic Canzone, Dylan Moore, Rojas, O'Keefe. Now, if we end up getting production out 2 out of those 4, like Canzone and Rojas, you might be okay. But if 4 of those 4 guys struggle and we don't get to 5 runs and we don't get to 7 to 10 hits, even if George Kirby does well, I mean, Tim Anderson's first game back, that might spark him a little bit. I would assume we're going to win, but this is baseball. And then after Kirby goes out, how do our, mid relievers and bullpen, play? We don't know yet. I mean, the game just started, so we'll see. Why I got to be able to keep it real, right? I got to keep it honest. The back end, I mean, every time you bet, you should be looking at the lineups, not just who's pitching. And most people don't do that. But if you want to win money, you have to be able to look at the starter, right? But you have to look at the lineup to see if it's the regular lineup or if it's like, that manufactured C or D lineup, which is what we have today. We have an A+ pitcher on the mound, but as far as a George Kirby lineup, this is one of the shittier lineups that he's had as far as like a supporting cast helping him today because it's the 3rd game in the set, and he just ended up in the rotation that way. So normally this type of lineup would be for like maybe Woo or Emerson Hancock or maybe a Logan Gilbert, and then we give a better lineup to Castillo, Miller, and Kirby. But sometimes it just depends on what day that you're pitching and if, they have to flip guys around. And then, so it's not impossible. You might still be able to win some money, but, it is what it is. I mean, I got ESP, so I mean, I know these things. Plus, 99% of people that bet, that ask me questions or advice or want them, to help them with fantasy, is that I go deeper than anyone else. So everyone else looks at the surface, black and white. I'm always looking at the gray area. I'm looking at to see, okay, who's injured, who's the starting pitcher, who's the starting lineup, and then who's the opposing starting lineup. You got to look at all factors, and then even when you look at all of that, you can still lose money because they could be great for 6 innings, and then at 7th, 8th, and 9th, the mid relievers, the bullpen come in, and then they could just fuck everything up. And then all of a sudden, the Mariners could be up 6-0, and then we lose 7-6, which I've seen before as well. But we are one of the hottest teams in baseball, so there is a good chance if Kirby can get 8 to 10 Ks, regardless if our back end of the lineup sucks, we should still be able to win. There we go. And I feel that Kirby can win in many ways. 8 to 10 Ks, 12 Ks, just throwing heaters with location. He's kind of like our version of Greg Maddux with a little bit more top-end speed, but he's about, positioning the baseball and hitting its spots. He does that the best. Now, with guys like Woo, Castillo, Miller, they just throw heaters, right? Gilbert, he's just kind of average, but he's been getting run support. He doesn't have anything really special about him. Like Bryce Miller and Kirby have the it factor. Castillo had it last year, but he don't got it no more. So, Kirby's going to hit you with the fast pitches, 95 to 100 here and there, but he's going to be about location, location, location. When Miller comes in, he's more about heaters, 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 and every once in a while he'll hit that location, but he's hoping that the heaters will get him through. So kind of different styles of the Mariners pitchers, but I like our chances here. Luis Robert Jr. in the box, bottom of the first, 2 outs, 0-1 count. And our boy George Kirby, we just need him to hopefully get to that 8 to 10 K number. But even if he doesn't, he's got 2 Ks already. But you can end up having like a 4 or 5 K game if you have a lot of ground outs, pop ups. As long as you're not, getting a lot of walks and you're not hitting a lot of batters, you can make up for it in the long run. So, yeah, Kirby and Miller and Castillo and Gilbert. I mean, we got one of the best pitching staffs. Got him. 3 batters, 3 Ks. George fucking Kirby. But we got one of the best pitching staffs already. And then can you imagine if we end up adding someone like Shohei Ohtani? Then we're going to turn into the Atlanta Braves, right, of the American League. And we will be the favored team every year moving forward as long as Julio and Ohtani are there. Now, is it going to happen? I don't know. But would I like it to happen? Hell yeah. You got Shohei Ohtani, Bryce Miller, George Kirby, Luis Castillo, Logan Gilbert. I mean, we'd have the best pitching staff in baseball. By far. So, and we already do at this point. We have top 3. So I feel as far as our depth, even though we got rid of Sewald, that sucks. But the main reason the Mariners haven't been doing better maybe sooner is that our team was batting .230 the whole season. Now we just got it up to like the 240 range as a team, but it took us how many games? Like 120, 110 to get there. So, really in the first 50 or 60 games, we only had one good player. One, Jared Kelenic. That was it. Like no one else was hitting for average. No one was doing well. All the rest of the guys were batting 200 to 220 or 230. JP Crawford, Julio, Ty France, Teoscar, Cal Raleigh, Eugenio Suarez, like everybody. Then it took us another 60 games to get our DH. It was like Dylan Moore, Colton Wong, Taylor Trammell, Sam Haggerty, all these terrible options. And then we finally got Mike Ford, and then we switch out with Tom Murphy once in a while, and it worked. But it took us a while to find ourselves, literally 60 games to find ourselves and be like, oh, we're actually kind of good. But then it still took another 30 or 40 or 50 games to be able to get about 5 out of the 9 guys in the lineup to be on fire together. And then it just so happened JP got hot. Murphy got hot, right? Teoscar got hot. Raleigh got hot. Everyone got hot. And then we saw the magic that Julio did for you guys just a few days ago. So, and I've been very critical of Julio because he's my favorite player besides obviously Griffey from back in the day. I'm a Griffey guy. Edgar Martinez, Randy Johnson, Ichiro, now Julio. But he was always swinging on pitches too early and chasing, right? And he wasn't very good at inside pitches and snapping his wrist to be able to pull the ball. And we watched the tape, and then obviously Harold Reynolds on MLB Network went over a few different specials on Julio and why he was struggling. But with all that being said, he got hot, participated in the home run derby, and then look what he's able to do. And this is only his second year, which is kind of scary because if Julio plays 15 to 20 years, he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Now, is he a Hall of Famer yet? No, but he's on his way. And obviously we're going to treat him as that Hall of Fame player. So hopefully he can stay injury free. And we get Shohei Ohtani next year. And then we can start saying that the Pacific Northwest has one of the best teams in baseball. We're respectable, maybe even feared. And bringing a World Series to Seattle for the very first time would be great. People here in Oregon and Washington are huge Mariner fans. Big swing and a miss. Got him. Canzone, like I said, this part of the lineup is going to be shaky. Canzone just struck out. Dylan Moore is either hot or it's nothing. Rojas actually has been pretty good since the trade for Seawald when we ended up getting Canzone and Rojas from the Diamondbacks. And we got Bliss and AAA, which was a prospect of ours. We traded to the Diamondbacks. We got him back. He was batting like 300. Popped up. Wow, Trace Thompson with the diving grab. Klay Thompson's brother. Weird seeing him without a Dodger uniform. And there you go, 2 away. But that was just a great play by Thompson. Next up, second baseman Josh Rojas. And I knew initially when we got this player as just like an extra player, like here's an extra bag of chips. Just have this player. He's added on with the deal because it was really for Canzone and Bliss, the AAA farm system guy, right? And it was like, all right, we're going to get rid of Colton Wong. Colton Wong's defense was actually pretty good, but him and Jose Caballero was like Jose was better at hitting. Colton Wong was better at, obviously defense. It was like you combine both of them to make a player, and maybe you have something. But then both of them started fucking up and making a shitload of mistakes. But now Jose doesn't play as much, and now Rojas has stepped up. His defense is actually decent. It's getting better every day, and he's actually been able to make some big home runs and big RBIs and big hits. So who would have thought that, with that trade with Seawald, that we would actually have gotten 2 starters out of it? That feels pretty good. And we still got Cade Marlowe, filling in for Jared Kelenic. So we have so much depth. We just need our guys to be consistent. And if we were consistent early on, hell, we would probably be having a similar record to the Braves or maybe even better. We're only like a game back now. So again, we can take advantage of the Astros and the Rangers. And, the goal is going to be 90 wins. That's literally the goal every year for the Mariners, 90 or more. Now, if you can get to the 100 range, great. But 90 is kind of like the wild card mark. And then you go into divisional win. All right, we got a nice walk there. I'll take that. Looks like there's a rain out in the Cardinal game. They're pulling out the tarp. I was trying to watch both games at once. All right, here we go. Top of the second. 2 outs, runner at first. And we got Brian O'Keefe, and we'll take Rojas. Any kind of walks we can get, we'll take. And he's been playing good. He's got good eye. I'm actually kind of impressed with Rojas. I was like, oh, God, Colton Wong 2.0, a guy that can't play fucking defense and is batting 200 to 220, but he stepped up. And then instead of Brian O'Keefe, this will be Harry Ford pretty soon. And then once we have Harry Ford, Tom Murphy, and Cal Raleigh, then it's going to be a problem. Because Harry Ford is probably one of our better prospects, and it'll be awesome to be able to see him catch and dominate, hopefully on the defensive side and the offensive side. Wild pitch, back to the backstop. I'll take that. Rojas easily walks into second base. Let's go, O'Keefe. We don't expect anything from O'Keefe. I mean, anything you get from O'Keefe is like awesome. Like we don't expect no home runs, no hits. Hell, if you get hit by a pitch or you get walked, that's an A grade for you. Like you're literally the worst player in the lineup. So we need you to do anything would be positive. Like if we get a 1 for 4 day, it's money, or even like a 1 for 4 day and a walk. And look at that. Like I said, sometimes you don't even need to be a good hitter. You just have to be a smart, batter in the box. And there's another walk. And that's a plus for us. Okay. So you got a walk on Rojas, right? Who was not, the greatest player. You got a walk on O'Keefe, who's the worst player in the lineup. And then, oh, hello. It's shortstop J.P. Crawford. And oh, hello, Julio Rodriguez. So if we can get through these next two batters, we're going to end up having a 1-0 or maybe a 2-0 lead here. Magic number is 5 runs. So. Well, it's too early to say. I mean, if you want to let that money ride, you might as well just watch the whole game. And I mean, Kirby's pitching. He's been good. 3 Ks already, so he's already pacing for 12, right? We have to see what the mid relievers look like. And even though some of our mid relievers and setup guys and closers have struggled at times, it's the White Sox. So I think we will win this game. So I think your $40 bet is good. How much do you win on your $40 bet if they do win? He's like, $1. I win $1. No, what do you win, bro? If you get 40 on the Mariners. Yeah, we are a hot team. Yeah, Mariners are the Margot Robbie of the MLB. Absolutely. Well, deservedly so, because not only after the Seawald trade, we've been scorching, and then to get Julio doing something historic, like in 3 straight games, 4 for 4, 5 for 5, like getting so many consecutive hits in a row and stealing bags, literally in that 2 or 3 day stretch, he did more than the whole New York Yankee team as a team combined, which is insane, right? So a lot of Julio memorabilia going up. But not only is Julio in the spotlight, everyone's doing good. JP's doing good. Raleigh's doing good. Gino's doing good. France is doing good. Like everyone is contributing. So it's like we don't really have any weak pieces. I mean, we got injuries. Tom Murphy will get him back. Kelenic will have him back. But that's what makes us so deadly. Next man up. And it shows you the Mariners actually have depth in the farm system and in the backups. So when guys get hurt, other teams are like, fuck my life. When we get hurt, we're like, yes. All right, well, what are we going to get? Robbie Ray? Fuck you. Bryce Miller? Yeah. So Marco Gonzalez goes out. Boom. Brian Wu. JP struck out. Damn it. All right, well, he got out of the inning there, but we got to be able to cash in. I mean, he's got the Ks. We need Kirby to keep playing well, and JP next time, brother. It's only like your first or second game back from the concussion, so. And then we'll have Julio leading off next inning, and then hopefully we'll be able to rake, and we'll get something going with him. Let's go, baby. We can't be losing this game. Get the brooms. I got a nice Mrs. Doubtfire little meme or gif or GIF or picture if we end up getting the sweep. So, John in the building. What's good? It does feel good, and especially, for people like me, that have been a fan for a long time, or even if you've only been a fan since, maybe the Ichiro era, or even past that, for a lot of us that have been fans since like the 70s, the 80s, early on from the beginning or the early stages in the Griffey, Randy Johnson, Edgar Martinez era, or if you're in the Ichiro era or maybe now you're a fan in the Julio era, there's been not very many significant seasons. And I feel from last year until probably 2040, we should be very, very competitive, from now until like 2040. So as long as Julio's there, Kirby's there, Cal Raleigh's there, and hell, if we get Ohtani, and imagine, even if we make the ALDS lose, even if we make the ALCS and like, let's say we lose to the Orioles or like the Rangers or something, or if we made the World Series and lost, the further we go, right, the more Ohtani is going to, be like, okay, oh, I can go to the Dodgers. They're going to be a team like the Braves, right? Or I can maybe go to a team that I can make the new Dodgers and the new Braves in the Seattle Mariners. They can be the Atlanta Braves of the American League. And then he can be the face of the franchise. He could be the Ichiro. And we got a lot of great players, and Julio's there. But what a better tag team than Shohei Ohtani pitching and hitting with Julio Rodriguez, literally two of the top 5 superstars in baseball. That would be mind-blowing. I don't know if it'll happen, but we're hoping. But I definitely think, Ohtani understands. He keeps very close tabs to Seattle. Lots of Japanese following here in the Pacific Northwest, so. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And then just imagine if we added that, just to get a little bit more, bat in the lineup, and then another stud pitcher in a 7-game series could pitch 3 times if we needed him. But then we have so much depth. I mean, could you imagine Miller, Kirby, Ohtani? You wouldn't even need Castillo or Gilbert unless they got hurt, and like I said, like you'd have Miller, Kirby, and Ohtani. Who's beating that? Honestly. Like you could have Ohtani go twice, or 3 times. Then you could have Miller go twice, Kirby go twice. Game over. Game over. You feel me? John in the building. What's good? Oh, that's good. There we go. 41. So you get about $20. There we go. You can buy a couple beers with that, or buy some food. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, like I said, the Mariners, it takes time. Like I said, we're not always going to get 5 to 8 runs in the first couple innings. And again, this is the last game in the set, so a little fatigue, maybe a little tired. It's a morning, so the routine is a little different. Big swing and a miss. Got him. Is that 4 Ks for Kirby? Three Ks for Kirby? Is that 3 or 4? 3. And then Kopech actually has 4, believe it or not. Let's go, baby. Let's go, George. Big swing and a miss. He is him. And like I said, everyone wanted to give love to Julio. But again, if we didn't have George Kirby or Cal Raleigh, we wouldn't be this good either. It's like the 3 Musketeers, that 3-headed horse. Pitcher, catcher, and superstar outfielder. And not only that, we already know Kirby's an all-star. Julio's one of the, most electric players in the game. But most people don't realize Cal Raleigh is number 1 for catchers in home runs since he started last year as a rookie in 2022. So if you look at his numbers from last year and this year, he's at somewhere between 41 and 44 homers total. Someone can look that up in the broadcast, but I know that he is number 1 overall out of all catchers and homers. So not a lot of people realize that he's that good. And he's also in top 6 in a lot of the catching statistics as well. So definitely, he might not necessarily be the best catcher, but as far as home run power, he's the best. And I'll take that. He could be better at defense and throwing guys out at second, but that'll come in time. He's a young guy. Pitches inside, 1-1 count. We're in the bottom of the second. Oscar Colas in the box. That's why I take the extra time to do photos and spinning logos, for the opposing team, so that way we can get kind of a close-up view as well. You have a broadcast on the TV, and you got a broadcast here. You said life savings. Well, I don't know about that. Unless your life savings is $43, then yeah, but I don't know. There's still a chance that we could lose this game, even if Kirby gets to 10Ks. So it's all about what happens after Kirby. That's the tricky thing about baseball and baseball betting. You could look at the starters all you want and think, oh, we're going to win. I'm going to win money, right? But as soon as the starter goes out in the 6th inning, you could lose the game in the 7th, 8th, and 9th very easily. or if the pitcher does bad and then he gets pulled in like, the third or the fourth. Oscar Colas with a nice base hit. 2-out single for him. There goes Kirby's no-hitter. 1 hit each for the Mariners and the White Sox so far. Next up, the former Dodger left fielder, Trayce Thompson. Klay Thompson's brother. It's weird seeing him in White Sox. Like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, my dad's been a Dodger fan since the 50s. So, I'm always in the loop of all the Dodger farm guys and, the newbies, the rookies, the vets. But sometimes you got to move guys to, make room for others. So Thompson has been struggling, batting under 200. I think it said 160. So that would be a reason that the Dodgers get rid of him if you're batting 160. They'd be like, yeah, I know you're Klay Thompson's bro, but we can't keep you on the Dodgers just because of that. All right, bottom of the second, 2 outs, 0-2 count, runner at first. Mariners knotted up at 0 with the Sox. Kirby pitches high, 1-2 count. Yeah, he's like I said, he's in very, very high on the MLB side. If you're looking at American League pitchers, a lot of number one categories or number two, and let alone overall National League or American League. So it's cool that that first rounder panned out. Sad that Emerson Hancock's out for the year with the shoulder, but as long as we have Kirby, Miller, Castillo, Gilbert, I would put those 4 at this point against anybody in baseball. I mean, the only one that might be able to contend with us would be like Dodger pitching at times or Braves pitching, definitely, right? But I would take our pitching over anyone in the American League. Against the Rays or the Orioles or the Rangers, I would take the Mariners as the number one pitching staff in the American League, for sure. Kirby, Miller, Castillo, and Gilbert. And especially Gilbert's the worst one, and he was sitting at like 4-5. Motherfucker's ripped off like 7 straight wins. He's like 11-5. So if you're like, Logan Gilbert sucks. Yeah, he did 2 months ago. But if you've actually looked at his record now and getting run support and getting help, and obviously getting off that emotion or that schneid, whatever he was on, he just seemed depressed, at the first part of the season. But I was, kind of trying to talk it into the universe that hopefully the teammates would pull him aside and just be like, if you need to talk about something, let's try to work this out, because this 4-5 record ain't working. And you moped over and frowning and just being pissed off all the time isn't helping the Mariners. And then, he ended up going a complete game, and then he started surging. And then at that time also the Mariners hitting started to kind of turn up, and, then goes from 4-5, 5-5, 6-5, 7-5, 8-5. And then I believe 11-5 now. So pretty crazy. Let's go, baby. Let's get some fucking runs, huh? Magic number is 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits. Let's take a quick look at the stats of the pitchers while we wait. All right, Michael Kopech, 2 innings pitched, 1 hit, no earned runs, 3 walks, 4 Ks with a 5.03 ERA. So every pitcher that we've faced against the White Sox has had an ERA of 5 or more, and we've been able to put up massive runs in both of those games. But this game seems like it's going to be a little bit more challenging. It's always hard to get that last one, either game 3 or game 4 in a sweep. It's kind of like that mental aspect of it, I feel, as well. So, and then let's take a look at our boy George Kirby. All right, 2 innings pitched, 1 hit, no earned runs, no walks, 4 Ks. Let's go, baby. He is him. Julio Rodriguez. Is he good? Damn right he is. 57% swing rate on fastball in August. Highest of the season and career. He's been raking. All right, next up, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. Oh, almost hit him. That's the second time he almost got hit in the shoulder. You dirty dogs. Don't be trying to hit our superstar. The fuck you doing? The fuck you doing, huh? We need homers from Julio. We don't need him to get hit. Pitch is high. 3-0 count. Hell, if we can start getting Julio to get walks, that'll even make him even better. You feel me? Let's go, baby. But it will be interesting to see all the bandwagon streamers start to hop on the Mariner bandwagon now since we're doing well. Positions himself for a bunt attempt, 3-1 count. We'll get a lot of Kraken and Seahawks streamers trying to hop on the bandwagon. 3-1 pitch. Oh, Julio popped up. Routine play in left field. Trace Thompson, 1 away. Damn it. It's all good, Julio. Next time, brother. Next up for the Mariners, third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. Let's go, Gino. You to Maine. Pitches inside. 1-0 count. Yeah, love me some Kirby and Miller, man. Kirby and Miller, obviously, those are my favorite, as far as pitchers. And then, hit him. Suarez in the shoulder. What's up with Kopech? What's he doing? Gino got hit in the shoulder there. Next up, right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. Go, Teo. Kopech is losing control. Oh, he almost hit Teoscar there. He's got no control, and he's not trying to hit the Mariner players. I mean, the game is 0-0, but every pitch is inside towards the face or the shoulder. So I don't know what the hell's going on here, but hopefully we don't have any injuries. Oh, I mean, every pitch is at a face or a shoulder. I mean, this is going to end up being a fight pretty soon. I mean, all it's going to take is someone to end up getting hit, in the shoulder or the face, and the brawl is going to ensue. Obviously, the White Sox manager isn't going to pull him until he actually the fight happens. 2-0 pitch. At least that one was a little bit more in control. But that always makes me nervous when you get someone that's not trying to be a dirty pitcher, but just loses control and just starts hitting people, or also, making pitches that could injure our guys, whether it's intentional or unintentional. 4 straight balls, that's another walk. Bases loaded. Well, it sounds like as long as we can get runs here, Kopech will be out this inning, hopefully. Because obviously he's got no control and he's starting to turn into a liability of injuring our guys. Next up, first baseman Ty France. And we are one of the top 2 teams in Major League Baseball with the Dodgers with the bases loaded. One more guy, and we're going to be there. Let's go. There's a mound visit there for the White Sox. And it's nice to see that the reaction videos are starting to get a little bit, of the algorithm push. I did the Bears game week 1, and that one got like 2,200. And then I did the Steeler game against the Bills, and I never realized that Steeler fans are so triggered in reaction videos and whatnot. But that one ended up doing really well. That one got 3,600, and it's climbing every day. Let me see what the other one is at. If the other one has climbed it all since then from week 1. That one's still around 2,200 and some change with views. But the one that I did for the Bills and Steelers is at 3,600 views. And because in the video, I just try to keep it honest and real. and I feel that the Bengals, are going to win the AFC North. Obviously, if there was a second team that could do it, it is the Steelers, but I trust Burrow over Kenny Pickett. But apparently, Kenny Pickett is Joe Burrow to Steeler fans. I don't know. But, and obviously the Ravens should be in the mix for 10 wins with Lamar. One thing that we can agree on is that the Browns will probably be terrible, right? Double play. But when I said I thought that the Bengals would win the division, all of the Steeler fans got triggered. But it's cool to be able to have that interaction, whether they're trying to talk shit or claim that they're going to go to the Super Bowl and win with Kenny Pickett. Okay, but maybe the playoffs, but Super Bowl is a little much. But again, if you're a fan of a team, you're biased as fuck. But at least we're able to gain some ground. So every week, and I assume in week 3, I'll have at least one video that hits 2,000 or more. And then once we get into the regular season, those should hit anywhere between 1,000 views to 50,000, because obviously the NFL regular season reaction videos are going to be more important because those games actually fucking mean something, not in preseason. And then if those do well, I might do baseball reactions during the playoffs, based off MLB's highlight package, maybe NBA, so NHL. So I'm going to kind of, get back into doing the reaction videos like I did when I first started the channel. And hopefully we can end up not only getting good views, but we're also going to be able to get over that 20,000 sub mark, which we're already starting to gain a lot of ground just in these last couple weeks. So I have a person that just commented too, says, damn, it's been a long time. I used to watch your videos when you first started in 2017. So I know people really love my reaction videos. And it was kind of funny because I wanted to do some research. So I never usually look to see like who the others are that are doing the reaction videos besides me, right? So I figured, okay, let me go look up the Steelers and the Bills and let me see all the other people that are doing the reaction videos, what their views are like. And if they have more than me, are they better than me? Or is it just like one of those things where maybe they got the algorithm or they're targeting a certain type of audience or person? And I clicked on a few of them. And let me tell you, if you want to watch those other people do reaction videos, please go ahead. But I couldn't even get through with the whole entire highlight of anyone that was doing the packages. Again, some people may like some of those other people that are doing them, but I'm definitely going to be probably the only non-brother that's going to be doing reaction videos. I'm more well-spoken, and I'm going to be more entertaining. That's for damn sure. Now, and there's going to be people, white, Asian, Mexican brothers, all doing reaction videos during the NFL regular season. But there's definitely a difference between people that are good and people that are just trying to do them. That is big facts. But I'm definitely up for the challenge with my competition that I see that I have. And I really don't feel it is one. And we are definitely going to gain some ground with the reaction videos because I feel with a lot of the other ones, I still stand up double there for the White Sox. A lot of the people, they just scream. It's like a bunch of oohs and ahs and screaming and yelling and waving their arms. I mean, I guess if you want to watch that, but the commentary is ass. It's not good. But again, I mean, if you're targeting a certain type of person or audience and they like that, that's cool. But we're definitely getting over 20,000 with those. So, and I know the NFL knows I'm doing them, so I definitely will be in their algorithm. So I'm very confident of that. So I should be able to do quite a few of those. Every once in a while, you'll get one that's blocked for whatever reason, like in the United States, or they'll block it in other countries. But hopefully, since they know who I am, that won't happen too often. So, but definitely excited to get back in the reaction video game. Bottom of the third, 0-0, White Sox and Mariners. Sosa in the box. Oh, 1 pitch to Sosa. Rojas. Good defense, one away. Nice job, Josh. I see you. Good defense. I was just going to ask you if it started again because when I was watching both games at the same time, they were pulling the tarp out. So I assume that it's still a delay. And what's the score of the game? Is it still I can actually look to here. I have the ticker right above me. 5-2. I was going to say, is it 5-1? But it's 5-2. And then the Cubs in Detroit was delayed as well. I don't know what's going on with the weather, but all I know is it's nice not to have it 100 to 106 like we had here last week. 4 days in a row. That was hell. Pitch is high. 2-1 count. Come on, George. Let's go, baby. 4 Ks for George Kirby. 4 Ks for Kopech. Kopech has got no control. Kirby started off 3 Ks, I believe, in the first inning with the first 3 batters and kind of cooled off since then. Damn it. And there's the RBI. 1-0 White Sox. And that's why it's kind of difficult to bet on these kind of games. Tim Anderson with the RBI. Mr. Anderson. White Sox have missed him dearly. That's why I had to put him on the thumb, but I didn't want him to do good today. But I figured he would. Next up, third baseman Elvis Andrus. Very hot and humid. How many baseball games have you gone to so far this season, John? I know I see you from time to time, trying to go to a few games here and there. And you do some minor league games that you go to also, right? Like AAA, single A, or high A, double A, triple A also? Bottom of the third, runner at first, 1-0 Chicago. Come on, Kirby. 1-1 pitch. Tip foul. And on top of that, too, it's like you got O'Keefe catching, not, Tom Murphy, who's injured, or Cal Raleigh. So anytime you have like the third string catcher in there with your ace, your star pitcher, that's not ideal either. That's why I can't wait for Harry Ford to get called up. So that way, if Murphy or Cal are either playing, DH or having a day off, that we have a guy that we can put in there that we can count on hitting and with catching. Kind of like our version of a Buster Posey, but I don't know if he'll be that good. I hope he is. 2-2 pitch from Kirby. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. Count is full. 5 games. Nice. Heck yeah, dude. And like I said, it's much better to go in person than to do it on TV or watch it on TV. But of course, nobody's like that rich, or they can just go to every game. But it's nice to be at the ballpark. Like, I enjoy it more than going to NBA games or college hoop games. Like, I think the only thing that I would put baseball, I mean, obviously NFL games, college football for like Ducks, that has a lot of energy. Football, but I'd put baseball with Mariners right up there. I would rather go to a Mariner game than a Blazer game. Damn it. Elvis Andrus with a nice little bloop single there. Now they're starting to get on a little run on Kirby, damn it. And I knew with Tim Anderson coming back in the lineup that this was going to spark them and that we could lose today, even though Kirby was pitching. And then Elvis Andrus, obviously doing his thing. And then now we get into the heart of their lineup with Luis Robert Jr. and Eloy Jimenez. So this could get bad. I mean, we're only down 1-0, but again, Kirby could end up getting 8 to 10 Ks, even pitch 6 innings, and then we could have a problem and lose this game because the bottom end of the lineup is concerning. And like I said, whenever I see the lineup and then I see Dominic Canzone in the 6, DHing, Dylan Moore at the 7, left field, Josh Rojas, even though he's been pretty good, in the 8 hole, and then Brian O'Keefe, the 3rd string catcher, in the 9 hole, that's not good. That means we have a lot of pressure with J.P. Crawford, Julio, who's been off for 2 games. One was a day off. Yesterday, he had the bubble guts. Eugenio Suarez, Teoscar, and Ty. So you're really banking on 5 guys to win the game in Kirby, and I don't like that. It's like sometimes you need to have guys on the bottom end of the lineup so that way when they're on, guys like JP and Julio, when they get up, they can knock those guys in. But hopefully we'll be able to figure it out here. Popped up. Luis Robert. I like that. Reaching for a pitch that he shouldn't have. 2 away. Babe Ruth, Ken Griffey Jr. and Sr., Tom Seaver, Sparky Anderson, Storm Davis, Paul George, Babe Ruth, Ken Griffey Jr. and Sr., and George Kirby. Chopper towards third. And we got to make sure we stop the bleeding here. As great as George Kirby is, if we're not able to get the 5 runs and 7 to 10 hits, we could easily lose this game. Lower scoring games and games that are decided between 1 or 2 runs, and if we get under 5 runs, we're not good. But if we get over 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits, we're going to win 90% of the time. So right now, pitching has been okay, but the hitting needs to be better. Oh, I'm keeping it real. I have to keep it honest, right? That's why I always keep it no bias, no bullshit. I just have to keep it 100. I mean, I've been watching the Mariners since '85, so and again, like in the future, make sure you look at the lineup. Not only the lineup of the pitcher that you like Kirby, you got to look at the opposing lineup. And then if you notice that this was Tim Anderson's first game back, right? And then you saw that shitty lineup from the 6, 7, 8, 9 hole for the Mariners, then betting against the Mariners, even though they're really, really hot, might have been a smarter move. Not saying that we're gonna lose, but I mean those signs kind of point to the White Sox actually have a chance this game. And it's the last game in the set. It's the game 3 of 3. It's a matinee game. It's morning, afternoon, and usually we play better in the evening. But these are things that you need to research on your own, so that way that that if it's the 3rd or 4th game in the set and it's on at like 11 a.m., that there is a chance where the Mariners, do not win that. But again, we just swept the Astros the first time since 2018, and we're better at home than we are on the road. But there's going to be a number of factors. But the way that the Mariners have been playing, I mean, we should be able to compete with anybody. And we have been. So I still think we can win this game. And then you can get your $20. $40 bet turns into $60. But that's why people come here and ask me for advice for fantasy and for betting, because like I said, you can look at the obvious or just make a quick bet, just based on how the Mariners are doing, or Julio, or George Kirby, he's good. I saw him in the All-Star game, $40. But that's $40, boom, gone if you don't do your research. So give you a few tips right there. Those are things that you need to look at, because baseball is very difficult to bet on. Runners at second and third, bottom of the third, 2 outs, 3-2 pitch. Got him! Yes! Fuck yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Hell yeah, Mariner Moose loves that shit. Nice job, George. Good shit. Another K for George Kirby. He is him. Just like Julio, he is him. Oh, Mariners only have 1 hit right now so far in the game. That's a little concerning. But one thing for at least George Kirby's sake, 3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 5 Ks. So he's still pacing at this point for 10. But we need to get hits. We need 6 more hits. We need 5 runs. We're nowhere near the goal yet. And hopefully we can turn it up here in the 4th through 7th inning, or we're in trouble. Unless we can squeak out a 2-1 win, which I guess is possible. But, of course, I would love to see a little bit more offensive production. Yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, I've been following sports since, 85. This is my 11th year. doing, obviously streaming my 7th year on YouTube. It took me 10 years to go full time. I've never finished lower than third in any fantasy football league I've ever been in, even money leagues that are 100 to 200 buy-in. So it's all about reading, research, film study, and that's pretty much what I dedicate my life to since I'm doing this, full time. And I do everything. I do baseball, basketball, football, college basketball, hockey, NASCAR, UFC, boxing, AEW, WWE, NJPW. So, I mean, if you're looking for a one-stop shop with everything, and I try to be an expert on every team in every league, that's difficult, but I feel that I have a better grasp on it than most, and that's why I help people win quite a bit of money. And those are little secrets that I'm telling you that no one else will tell you. You're not going to just go to a fucking website and they're going to tell you that. A lot of key bettors keep that information to themselves. It's like when you do fantasy football, when the wire hits, you don't go to bed. You wake up at 2:30 in the morning, see what happened, right? And all the good players that are left, you swoop them up, right? And make changes with your bench, right? At that point. So that way, when everyone else is fucking sleeping, there's Orion, there's me, 2:30 in the morning, scooping up all the good players. And not only do I have a really good starting lineup, my bench is probably better than 3 of the teams' starting lineups in my league because I've made sure to get those players. But it's all about knowing those secrets and then doing them. So there you go. That's another secret. That if you end up doing that in fantasy, you can end up going from being 7th and then maybe using that information and then getting all the way to the playoffs and being a top 4 team. So little things like that. Then if you really want to go deep, you can look like what is the record for day games, night games, they're like, home, away. You got to go deeper in the information unless you're just, rich and you just want to throw money around. If you want to be like Drake and a lot of these people like Money Mayweather, just fucking money here, money there, they don't care. But if you really are on a budget and you're trying to make that big score, bet $100 to win $400, and then you're on a come up, either for beer money or rent, or you want to buy some J's or you want to bet some more, you got to be able to go deeper if you want to make the big money. Because if you're just going to be, doing the amateur style betting, you're going to get amateur results. Nice catch. Colas with the catch. Lauren in the building. Lauren's at work in the bathroom hiding from his boss. I got to figure out what's going on with NWSF. Maybe what's going on with the game. We got you. Good defense here there by the White Sox. All the way into the netting, too. He said, I got it. Nice job. Good defense by the Sox. 1-0 Chicago. But the trickiest thing about baseball betting is that after the pitcher goes out, you never know what's going to happen. No one even knows who's going to be in. Like for us, is it Brash? Is it Topa? Is it Thornton? Like which guys are going in? Am I getting Munoz? Is he going to be in there? Is it going to be Saucedo? Like, I don't fucking know. So a lot of times you don't know. And that's the hard part of just hoping that the starting pitching and hitting is so good and they have such a big lead that you're up by 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, and then you don't even have to worry about how shitty the other guys do, because even if they fuck up and give up a couple, you're still ahead and you're going to win. But having that mindset of betting that way is very risky. Because, I mean, I've seen plenty of Mariner games. I mean, I haven't missed a game. I can't even tell you when the last time I missed a Mariner game. But, there's been a lot of times where you can have a 5-0 lead or a 6-0 lead like we did against the Stros, and then Emerson Hancock got injured. He had to go out. The Astros put up 5 runs in the next inning or in that half inning. So it's like as soon as he went out and we were up 6-0, then, the backup is not, warmed up yet. And all of a sudden, here's the Astros, dink, 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 dink. And then all of a sudden, we had a 6-0 lead, and it's like the 3rd inning, and then it's 6-5. And I'm like, fuck my life. Luckily, we were able to get some more production and win that game, but that's a particular instance there. Popped up. 2 away. Lunch break. Baseball, baby. Exactly. Make a dollar. Make a dime. That's why I shit on company time. We do have a Discord that, but we don't really use it that often. I mean, normally when we use the Discord for some of the, like the mods and some of the people that we have, usually we'll open that up. Like if we do like a wrestling pay-per-view, like watch party for like AEW or WWE, But we haven't used it in a minute. But I do have a Discord one. But most of the time, people will just talk to us on here, or you can follow me on Instagram or Twitter, X, and then I usually communicate with people on there that way too. Prime. It's still early though. 1-0. Kirby's been pitching good. It's not like Kirby's given up 5 runs and he's gotten pulled already. So it's not like he's doing that bad. But again, remember this Mariner team up into about 15 games ago was batting 230 as a team all year for like 100 games. And that's terrible, right? So our pitching staff was like top 5 in Major League Baseball, but we couldn't even hit. It took us 60 games to figure out who our DH was, Mike Ford and Tom Murphy, and they kind of rotate now, right? We had one good player in the first 60 games, Jared Kelenic. So we're all right. We only have one hit. It's ugly right now, but hopefully we can turn it up. 1-0 White Sox. But see, now you understand if you have value for your money, whether you're broke or you're rich or somewhere in between. If you don't want to throw your money away, you got to be able to consult the right people, And obviously, if you know someone that is following deeply, because like I said, I follow every team in like every league, and I try to follow, especially like when I do NFL, I try to be an expert on every single team. Like I got to know the owners, the GMs, the OCs, the DCs, the line coaches. I got to know who the 3rd and 4th and 5th string wide receivers are. And I watch a lot of film, go to the team websites, the blogs, the vlogs, the beat reporters. So I try to really deep dive better and deeper than anyone else on YouTube or Twitch or TV, have a work ethic like kind of an NFL scout. So if I'm able to do that, then I'm going to be able to not only vibe with any person of every race, of any age, of any fan base, but then I'm also going to be able to not only vibe, but give, proper information. So if people are looking to bet or if they have questions about fantasy and whatnot, that I can help people win championships and win money, because that's really what it's about. But again, there's a lot of people out there, that think they're experts, but they don't, take the time to read or do film study. They just go to a website, copy what someone else says, or copies something that they see, and then they try to act like, oh, this is my own. I created that. It's like, bitch, you were just on CBS.com and you just fucking took their top 10. You're not a fucking genius. You didn't watch any film. You don't, you know what I mean? All you did was just copy and steal the shit. So, and that goes, pretty often, for people on like, YouTube and Twitch and whatnot. But it is what it is. I think that, you can definitely tell the people that know what they're talking about and the people that are pretending, for sure. What's your cash out like now? If you cash out right now, because I still think the Mariners can come back and win. We only got one hit, but again, we just need to get Kopech out. And once we get Kopech out, we might fuck up the next guy, right? So he's got 5 Ks. Kirby's got 5 Ks. It's a 1-0 game, right? We only have one hit, but they only have 4, right? So it's kind of like a pitcher's duel right now, 5 Ks, 5 Ks. But once both guys go out, it's a whole new ball game. So I wouldn't cash out just yet. Because like I said, we could end up raking off 5 runs in an inning in like the 6th or the 7th, and then end up winning 5-1, and then boom, then you get your $60 or whatever. So, but again, remember, baseball, it's split up into 2 different sections, like a first half and a second half. The first half is going to be with the starting pitcher. The second half is going to be the 6th inning pitcher, 7th inning pitcher, the setup guy, which is the 8th, and then obviously the closer in the 9th. And all it takes is one of those 4 guys to fuck up or do well, and then the game shifts with momentum. So remember that when you're doing, like, it's different when you do basketball or when you end up doing NFL. Like, that betting is a little different. There's more unknowns in baseball than there are there. I mean, the only unknowns in NFL and basketball is if a motherfucker is going to get hurt. Like, you bet on, the Lakers, and oh shit, LeBron got hurt in the 3rd quarter with an ankle. You didn't predict that. No one did, but with baseball, it's like people bet based off starting pitching only, and that's wrong. That's how you lose a lot of money. So I'm trying to give you those tips so that way that you don't lose money in the future, or you don't lose as much. I am a man of the people. Hey, there's plenty of money out there. Why not for us, right? Bottom of the 4th, 1-0 White Sox. And on top of that, I've been watching, baseball since 1985. I know I may look young. I'm 41, so, and I met Griffey when I was 7, so I'm into this thing, like I said, when a lot of kids were outside, I was still playing the video games and the Nintendo and the Genesis, right? But I was looking on the back of football cards and baseball cards and looking at stats, and that's why I am the way that I am. All right, Kirby, keep it moving, baby. Another K, 6 Ks for George. I like it. Good job, George. 4 more Ks to get to 10. Mariner Moose loves that. Let's go, baby. Mariners. Oscar Colas in the box. Pitch is low, 2-0 count. Come on, George. 10 Ks, baby. That's the magic number. I mean, you're one of the best pitchers in baseball now. Hell, Bryce Miller probably should have made the All-Star game too. You're betting on the Astros versus the Red Sox, and the Red Sox were 3-0 in the first inning, and I switched, and the Red Sox, and then they lost. Yeah, that's why you can't be so indecisive. Sometimes you got to do the research and just stick to your guns, Well, I mean, Kirby's doing well, and the lineup is kind of ass, though, and that's why I knew this could happen. Uh-oh. Popped up all the way to the warning track. Julio's got it. 2 away. But it'll be a brand new ball game once Kirby and Kopech go out. Trust me. Once those 2 starters go out, then the hits will start coming. And actually, Kopech is doing much, much better than anticipated. His ERA was 5, like mid-5. So for him to have like 5 Ks, at this point is pretty unbelievable. George has got 6, but I didn't expect Kopech to have 5. And there was a moment where he lost control and he was almost hitting every Mariner batter in the face or the shoulder. So we're still in this. Yeah, but again, like I said, Dominic Canzone, DHing, Dylan Moore, Josh Rojas, and Brian O'Keefe. That's a terrible 6 to 9 hole. Dylan Moore, off the wall. Fuck. Sliding into second. Trace Thompson, safe. All right, Trace. I'm Klay Thompson's brother, bitch. All right, I see you. Formerly of the Dodgers. All right, Trace, I see you. That was great contact. Thank God that wasn't a homer. That would have been detrimental to the Mariners there. Next up, catcher Carlos Perez. Check swing. Foul. Ooh, that would have scored a run. I wish. I definitely want to order that, but I'm probably going to end up, spending time with Paisley and possibly my girlfriend and whatnot. So I got to try to stream pretty much every day. But there'll be certain times in the week where I might be doing like reaction videos or a game in the morning. I got to be able to make the most out of my time and whatnot. So. Uh, I don't know, and that's just be keeping it real because, like I said, the bottom half of our lineup, like I told you, was ass. But again, if we can get hits out of the 1 through 5 hole, in the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th inning, I think we can come back and win. I mean, a sweep is on the line. You know what I mean? And then when the Mariners have a sweep on the line, it's not like we're going to give up, and it's not like Kirby wants to get a fucking L. But I mean, we're 1 game back. I mean, the Rangers are 72 and 54. 72 and 55 is the Astros. We're 71 and 55. I mean, we're trying to get first place in the AL West right now, too. So, got him. Kirby with another K. But I still think that we have an excellent chance to come back and win, honestly. Nice job, George. I mean, George is doing his job. He's got fucking 7 Ks. He had 3 Ks of the first 3 batters in the first inning. We just need hits. And like I said, the magic number for the Mariners every game, okay, 5 runs or more, 7 to 10 hits. If we get that, we win 90% of the time. So make sure you're writing that down if you're actually looking at bettings. All right, simple. But if we get less than 5 runs, less than 7 hits, we lose a lot of those times, 90% of the time. But if it ends up being a close game like this, 1-0, there's still a chance that we can get to that number. One good inning, we can have, 5 runs. I mean, hell, I watched one game a few games ago when we were playing the Orioles, right? We were down, 7-0, something like that. And then we ended up getting 6 runs in the 8th inning. We had literally no hits, no runs for 7 innings. And I'm like, fuck my life, dude. This sucks. I was like, what am I doing here? And then the 8th inning came around after some of the pitchers got out. And then we ended up getting 6 runs. Then we ended up tying it like 7-7. And then we ended up losing, I think, 8-7 in like 10 innings. But at least we ended up getting like 8 runs in the 8th and the 9th combined. So like we can turn it on, but it just, baseball is one of those tough things to bet on. It's not easy. Big facts. All right, let's go to the top of the 5th. Leading off for the Mariners, third string catcher. Hopefully it'll be Harry Ford next year. Catcher Brian O'Keefe. Batting second, 0 for 2, shortstop J.P. Crawford. And batting third, center fielder Julio Rodriguez. 0 for 1. Kopech is just going out. See? I told you. Kopech is going out. Now it's our game. Now we're going to fuck up whoever comes in here. There goes Kopech. So Kopech had an ERA of 5. He was very wild. He had 4 walks, hit a couple guys. He had 5 Ks, which is better than I thought he did. Courtney's at 7. Okay. But now it's a whole new ball game. And now who are they bringing in? They're bringing in Shaw, and Shaw's got an ERA of 6.20. So here's the comeback. All right. Are you ready for a comeback? Or you're about to get one. So bye-bye, Kopech. He actually had a pretty good game besides, trying to hit our guys in the face and whatnot. So here is when the Mariners are going to start to rake. And again, like I said, we need to get some type of production from the bottom end of the lineup to win. And a lot of times, you can't put all the pressure on the 1 hole, the 2 hole, the 3 hole, cleanup, and the 5 hole. Okay. Those are pretty good players. JP, Julio, Gino, Teo, France, right? But then when you got Canzone, who's on and off, Dylan Moore on and off, Rojas actually has been pretty good. So I'll give him, a passing grade. And then O'Keefe, who never plays. He's our third string catcher. If this was Tom Murphy, I'd feel a little bit better. So really, you got maybe one guy that you think that maybe can do it. And then Dom can do it from time to time, like Dylan Moore, but it's not like you can count on them, I feel, all the time. So you might, have no production here, 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 and here. And that's tough to be able to have half of the lineup maybe with nothing, or maybe 1 hit or 2 hits combined, out of 16 at bats. So, but again, all it takes is 1 swing and boom, you have an RBI or a home run. So we'll see where it goes, but I'm very confident we're going to come back and win this game. And we're going to start raking now from here to the end of the game. So, and plus Brian Shaw's got an ERA of 1 billion. So let's fuck him up, right? Corey Davis is retiring from the NFL. Simple wants some money. Said, I put a $40 bet. I need that $60. Said, I need to go buy some Pokemon cards, baseball cards, beer, the dispensary. And that extra $20 can come in handy, man. That's some like Wendy's, some chicken nuggets, maybe some strawberry lemonade, a little double stack. You never know, man. You get that craving. All right, here we go. 1-0 White Sox. We need to get this. Let's get it. And again, like I said, now, when you have someone break down baseball for you on kind of a deeper level, then you'll actually start betting smarter, and you're not throwing money away or just throwing money, a bet like at a wall and hoping that it sticks. So, or just because the Mariners have been hot, assuming they're going to win. Popped up, one away. Again, you can't count on a whole lot out of these guys. So anything that you get, it's going to be money. And honestly, I think Rojas, Colton Wong 2.0, who's actually been great. I think that you can put him in the category as with the guys in the top 5. It's really going to be Canzone, Moore, and O'Keefe that might hold them back. And we do need J.P. Crawford to get going again. He's been a little cold since his return from the concussion. So this would be a great opportunity to get a drive going here, either with getting hit by a pitch, getting walked, or just finding a way to get to first. Any way to get to first so that way Julio can knock you in and tie it up. Or someone else in that lineup. Yeah, baby. Wendy's, man. Chocolate Frosty. Their nuggets are 1,000 times better than McDonald's. Unless you get McDonald's nuggets when they're fresh, literally right out of the heater. Boom. If you get them, then they're good. They're crispy. But I think Wendy's, the texture is better. They taste better. Takes the strike, 1-2 count. But double stacks are good, even though they're much smaller than they used to be. I like the nuggets. And then the strawberry lemonade. Their lemonade section is fire if you're looking for something other than soda. Like, you don't just have to have Cottonmouth to have that. It's good. 2-2 count. Come on, JP. Find a way to get on first base. I mean, you don't even need to be aggressive. Just find a way. Come on, baby. You got this. Let's go, JP. JP pops it up. Right field. Routine play. 2 away. Next up, one of the hottest players in baseball, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. So fresh and so clean. We need you, brother. This would be nice. Let's see, we could actually get a tie game right here. Get the trident, baby. Ballin'. Come on now. Be electric. You know you are. Let's go, Julio. And obviously, all Julio memorabilia just went spiked through the roof. Rookie cards, autos, bobbleheads, anything Julio is just going to be going up, up, and up. Popped up. Oh, Julio. Routine play for the third baseman. And that's it. Well, we didn't get it in the 5th inning, but hopefully we'll get it in the 6th. I don't think the White Sox defense is that good. It's just that we're not playing good because our lineup is not good. So again, if we ended up having Cal Raleigh, who's been hot in the lineup, maybe Tom Murphy, Jared Kelenic, or if we had Mike Ford, some other options. Like, of course, the manager is trying to make everybody happy. And sometimes, in one of those games, game 3 or game 4, you just have a lineup that's like an F lineup or a D lineup, and you're just trying to get other guys some playing time, especially when the team has been hot, assuming that the pitcher and the guys that are in the 1 through 5 hole can, hold it down. But I mean, right now it's Not looking too good. We only have one hit so far. But again, Kopech just went out, and then Shaw just came in. So we still have what, 4 innings, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th to come back. So, and all it takes is 3 consecutive hits, 2 or more to get a drive going. One swing could tie it, but if we get like a one guy on and then another, usually just trying to get 3 consecutive hits, that's going to usually establish a run. So we'll see where it goes. And George is still out there wheeling and dealing. So, all right, George Kirby, 4 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, which is very, very impressive. That's what makes him so special. 7 Ks. He's only 65 pitches in. So he could definitely go this inning and next inning. And he could definitely get 10 to 12 Ks possibly. But I think the magic number is 10. And like I said, you don't want to have George Kirby get 10 Ks and then we fucking lose with like 2 hits and we score 0. That would, we need hitting. And that's the problem. Like I said, we've been batting like 230 as a team all the way up until about 15 games ago. And I'm going to look it up right now to see what we're getting at now. But I think we were at 240 as a team, but that's not good either. So we are at 243, but we were sitting at 220 to 230 as a team for over 100 games of the season. So this is the highest our batting average has been as a team all year. Yeah, there's a good possibility Kirby keeps it moving. I mean, he's one of the best pitchers in baseball already. And every once in a while they'll get roughed up, but like think about it. Kirby is 10-8 with a 3.23 ERA. Can you imagine if he actually got run support, during the beginning of the year? He would be like 14-4 or like 13-5, legitimately. You know, like he will win a Cy Young one day, 100%. If we just actually had good running support, I mean, some of our pitchers, Castillo, could be like 12-6. Miller, could end up being like 12-5. Like we got many guys, like at least 3, with Castillo, Kirby, and Miller that can end up getting 10 to 15 wins if we just give them support. But it just hasn't been there. And then if we add Ohtani, game over. Another strikeout. Let's go, George. Let's go, baby. Another K for George Kirby. He's the man. Let's go. Mariner Moose, he loves that. Let's go, baby. You the man. George Kirby, 4.1 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 8 Ks. Is that good? Get some goddamn run support, Mariners. Like you shouldn't have done Kirby so dirty with this shit ass lineup. You should have given him a little bit better. But it does give us an opportunity that Scott Service can try these guys early, Canzone, Moore, Rojas, and O'Keefe, and then we can have pinch hitters, which we will have either next inning or the following inning. Usually in the 6th, 7th, and 8th. Somewhere in there, we're going to have some pinch hitters. And then if we get some of those, then maybe those guys can start to rally. So we'll be all right. Like we get Cal Raleigh to pitch hit, maybe Mike Ford, we'll be all right. Another hit. Tim Anderson, fresh off the knockout, 2 for 3 today. Anderson down, Mr. Anderson. Don't be a southpaw when you're not a southpaw. Don't swing wildly. Don't talk shit. These are morals of the story. Don't be like a Tim Anderson or you get knocked the fuck out. It's always that person that's extra loud that gets knocked the fuck out. You got to be really worried about the quiet ones. The quiet ones that don't really say a whole lot. Then you push the buttons, poke the bear, then you get knocked the fuck out. That's what happens. Let's go, Kirby. Let's go, George. Yes. Nice pitch. 1-1 count. Let's go, Mariners. Maybe we haven't scored any runs yet because I don't have my Mariner chain on. I probably should go put that on. I usually wear that every game. So once I put that on, then we're going to be good to go. There we go. Another K. But also, too, I usually don't wear a hoodie when I record either. And I got the Mariner hoodie on. So usually I'll have like a Griffey or a Julio jersey on, or I'll just wear a cutoff tee. So maybe that's it. Maybe the sports gods are just waiting for me to put the chain on. And then the production's going to come here in the top of the sixth. Here we go. Two away. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab it here in a second. Check up on my pup as well. So 0-1 pitch. Come on, Kirby. Misses high. 1-1 count. Kirby's got 8 Ks. Only 2 more. He's 80 pitches in. Let's go, George. Smoke his ass. Smoke sausage, baby. Oh, baby. What a pitch. Baited his ass. 1-2 count. Good job, George. All right, 1-0 White Sox. Kirby's got 8 Ks. We just haven't been able to get any run production, but Kopech is out now, so we should be able to start raking in the next 3 innings. You would at least hope 1 out of the 3 innings will be the inning where we get 1 to 5 runs. But we just don't know what inning that's going to be. Is it going to be the top of the 6th, top of the 7th, top of the 8th, or top of the 9th? And you don't want to have it get to the top of the 8th or the 9th. It's too much pressure. So hopefully it ends up being this next upcoming inning or the 7th inning. So that way there'll be some little time in between. There we go. Got him. 9 Ks for fucking George Kirby, baby. All right, I'm going to put my chain on and go check up on my pup, and then we're going to start fucking raking. All right? Is that the plan? Let's fucking go, huh? George fucking Kirby. All right, I'm back. The pup is good. The pup is good. The chain is on, and now we're gonna win. All right, here we go. You ready? Let's go, Gino. Routine play to third base. One away. And also, too, at this point, strategy comes involved where you have to be a patient hitter. So you can't just be swinging on the first two pitches. And that's a majority of what our main hitters did the first like 50 to 60 games, including Julio. So you got to be able to work the count, 2-0 count, 3-1 count, and 2-2 count. So that way you can get yourself either hit by a pitch or get walked and not be swinging wildly for stupid ass pop ups on the first strike or ground outs. You got to be able to work the count. So hopefully some of the players understand that. And even, getting an extended at bat for 8 pitches, 10 pitches, that'll carry over to the next batter because that pitcher is going to spend so much energy with 10 pitches on a guy, like let's say Teoscar, that the next guy, obviously he'll be a little worn out. And then boom, a little lazy pitch down the middle, Ty France, homer, boom, so there we go. Next up, right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. I got 2 photos, so that means you have to get a hit now, not just one. You get 2. You're wearing the teal, and I got the teal photo. So come on, sports gods. You know what to do. How's it going, Sarah? Yeah, I misread your message. I thought you had work off like today and tomorrow. But yeah, but I misread that. So yeah, I figured that I figured donos would be a little light, but the views and the subs have actually been getting better, even when I end up doing a game a little bit earlier. And the Steelers reaction video keeps on climbing. And I didn't realize that Steeler fans were going to be so triggered when I said that the Bengals are going to win the division, because apparently every Steeler fan on planet Earth thinks that they are going to win the division and that the Bengals are no good. So we'll see who ends up being right. But I definitely think that the Steelers could make the playoffs. But to say that they're going to be better than the Bengals, that would mean that like Burrow or Chase would have to get hurt. And I don't know if that's going to happen. So, because to act like Kenny Pickett is Joe Burrow is crazy. So, I mean, they do have a good team, though. I like the Steelers better than the Ravens and the Browns. And I do think the Steelers are going to make the playoffs. But to think that they're going to have more wins than the Bengals, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that. I was considering, and I'm a grinder. There's no more really reaction videos that are worth doing from week 2. So I was considering possibly doing the Dodger game this afternoon so you could hop in, and then that would give us a chance to make up on the donos from this stream. Because unless we get a goat in here, to help us out, popped up, and that's the end of the inning for the Mariners. We're going to the bottom of the 6th. But I was consider doing the Dodger game for my dad tonight. Every time, the Dodgers are on, I'm always thinking about him. And Clayton Kershaw's pitching. That's me and my dad's favorite, modern day pitcher. Obviously, we're Sandy Koufax guys, and my dad's been a fan since the 50s. So the Dodgers play at 4 against the Guardians. So it's Kershaw 11-4 with a 2.48 ERA at this late stage of his career against Curry, who's 3-1 with a 3.24 ERA. So I would have to do some prepping immediately after this is over, but I was thinking about maybe doing that game so that way we could hang out and then I can make up the donos from this stream. So if we end up getting $0 to $20 on this one, then if I do the late game, then maybe we can end up hitting 100 or more to make up for it. Because on Thursday, I am not going to be doing the preseason football, but I will be doing reaction videos to those later when they're done. And then on Thursday, the Mariners are off. And then I will probably end up doing the Dodgers tomorrow morning. And that will be at 10:10. And it's undecided versus Williams. So I'll probably do the Dodger game in the morning tomorrow just to make sure that we're doing content and whatnot. Now, and that also means I'd do reaction videos for the 2 games later, but that's the plan. So maybe do the Dodger game tonight with Kershaw at 4. Possibly I have to make a thumbnail and get everything situated. So I'll let you know. And then if I end up doing that, and then I don't want to leave Paisley just, by herself all the time too. And then, do the Dodger game in the morning tomorrow. And so that way, at least I'm doing something. and then you guys will end up watching all the games for the preseason, the two. Then I'll do reaction videos later that night, and then on Saturday evening there won't be a stream, but I'm still going to try to do as many reaction videos and everything there. So still early, bro. Well, it's baseball. Anybody can beat anyone. It's also like playing down to the competition. It happens, and you're on the road. Just because the Mariners are like the hottest team in baseball since July 1, it doesn't mean that a team like the White Sox or the Royals, who we just recently played, the A's, the Nats, they're all booty, right? But the thing is like if you play down to the competition, every once in a while, even a shit team can get a win against a contender. You know, it happens in the NBA. It happens in the NFL. It happens in MLB. It happens in the NHL. So, and it's not over yet. I appreciate that, and I'll help you. Popped up and foul. All right, come on, George. But as soon as George goes out, that's also could be an issue because then if George goes out, there goes our pitching, right? And then if the hitting is still poor, then it might be too many things going against us. All we got to do is have one good inning. But again, like I said, I've seen the Mariners go 0 hits, 0 runs against the Orioles, one of the best teams in baseball with us, right? For 7 innings, not even a hit. And then we ended up putting up 6 runs in the 8th, and I think we put up 1 in the 9th or 2 in the 9th, and we put up like 8. And I think we ended up losing the game 9, 8, and 10, but we still put up 6 and 2 in the last 2 innings, 8 runs after we had no hits or no runs for 7 innings. So anything's possible with this Mariner team. So giving you a little example, we can turn it on. And also we're on the road, so you have to consider that too. If we're at home, we play a little bit better, but on the road we've actually been pretty good too. We just swept the Astros for the first time since 2018, so get the brooms. The game gets delayed because of rain. That just means that they're waiting for the tarp to get, all the rain and to do the drainage. And then once that happens, then the game will continue. Unless it's so bad, then they have to reschedule it. Popped up, Julio, 1 away. The defense, Julio. Bottom of the 6th, White Sox 1, Mariners 0. Not a very good lineup for the Mariners today. If I had to give it a grade on A to F, it's probably a D or an F. I mean, you got Dominic Canzone in the 6th hole DHing. I don't mind that. Dylan Moore at left field, not very good hitter. Rojas has actually been hot, so I don't mind him. And then you got third string catcher Brian O'Keefe, which I can't expect anything. So really, you might only get 1 hit or 2 out of these 4 guys, and that's a problem. And then on top of that, if the main 5, JP, Julio, Suarez, Hernandez, and France aren't doing shit, then you got 9 guys doing nothing and Kirby doing everything. That's not good. And then Kirby's about to go out after this inning. This is his last inning. So he's at 9 Ks. He's at 5.1 pitch, 6 hits, 1 earned run, but the best statistic about him, no walks. That's why he's so good. He's like fucking Greg Maddux. It's all about location, location, location. He doesn't have to throw it 100 miles an hour. Popped up. Julio again, 2 away. Nice job, Julio. Good defense out there. Yeah, because they usually have a pitch count. It's usually around 90 to 100 pitches. Unless someone's going for like a no hitter, and then okay, maybe they'll let them keep going for like a complete game or a no hitter. But at this point, I mean, we got bigger fish to fry than the fucking White Sox. We're trying to win the goddamn division. You know, we're trying to get to the wild card. We're trying to get past the Astros and the Rangers. We're only 1 game back. We were like 10 games back. Fuck, another hit. Is that Colas? Motherfucker. Oscar fucking going 2 for 3 today. Oscar Coca-Cola. And then now we got, oh boy, Clay Thompson's brother, Trace Thompson, the former Dodger. I'm very familiar with him. And he's actually been pretty good. His batting average was like 160 going into the game. But of course, he decides to get a big hit against the Mariners a few innings ago. And hopefully he doesn't go yard here. Because if they go 3-0, then it's probably over. But hopefully we can find a way here. And one more K, right, gets Kirby 10, and that gives us momentum. So, like I said, if we can just find a way to strike his ass out, get to 10 Ks, and then actually start to fucking hit, and I guarantee we're going to start pitch hitting with some of these guys. So these guys, Canzone, Moore, Rojas, O'Keefe, or Canzone, Moore, and O'Keefe. We'll substitute some of these guys and bring in Cal Raleigh and Mike Ford, and that'll give us the energy. You will see. And if we had Tom Murphy and he wasn't injured, that would be a big boost too. Or like a Jared Kelenic, but they're still hurt. So, but don't be surprised if we see Mike Ford or Cal Raleigh in an inning or two pitch hitting because we need them. Popped up, foul, 1-2 count. Well, our pitching staff for starters is probably top 3 in Major League Baseball as a unit. You know, with Kirby, Miller, Castillo, Gilbert, Hancock, who's hurt, Wu, who's coming off the injury. But as far as mid relievers, we got Brash, we got Topa, we got Munoz, and those guys are actually pretty solid. It's just the guys like Saucedo and a few others and Thornton. It's kind of like, you know, hit or miss. I don't really know if we're going to get good production there. Or Isaiah Campbell. It's like some of the guys that come in are like, you know, they're so. But as far as Brash, Topa, Munoz, those guys are money. I would give those guys all like a 9. You know, as far as like a grade, I count on 8 or 9. Like I'm comfortable with those guys. It's the others that kind of make you give you like 50-50 vibes. Like Saucedo, sometimes good, sometimes terrible. Thornton, sometimes good, sometimes terrible. Campbell, sometimes good, sometimes terrible. But I don't know what guys are coming in, so we'd have to wait. So we'll figure it out here in a moment. So, oh, there it is. I called it. I called it, bro. Fuck. I called it. ESP, bro. Back. Gone. That's creepy, huh? But like I said, if he would have given up a home run, like I just said about a couple minutes ago, and they get up to 3-0, then it may be over. And then the sports gods were like, oh, he said it. And then boom, there it is. 30 seconds later, there's a 2-run shot. If you cash out now, how much money do you get back out of your $40? See, like I said, like sometimes you just know. You know, like when I'm watching a team play, and I've been watching this team since 1985, I'm not going to predict everything. And most of the time when I do predictions, it's going to be for the Mariners, not against us. But again, you know, Kirby hasn't been terrible, but again, there goes the home run, 9 Ks. He couldn't get 10. Now Thornton's coming in, and he's shaky. So if you were going to cash out, I'd cash out now. I mean, what would it? $6? Oh, damn! You went from $40 to 6. Well, you might as well not cash out and just hang on, because then if we actually come back winning, then you get 60. So would you rather cash out for 6, or if we actually come back in these last few innings and win, then you get 60? But I wouldn't even cash out at that point. If you're only going to get $6, fuck it. Keep it. Would you losing $40, whatever, 6 ain't going to do shit for you. You can't even get a McDonald's chicken nugget meal, right? You might as well let it ride. And then if we actually catch fire, in these last couple innings and we win, right? Stick it through. $60 or $6. $6, you don't even give a shit at that point. You already lost 34. But if you can get a miracle, $60, right? Because just imagine if you get your $6 now, and then we end up firing off 5 runs, right? And then you're gonna think, holy fuck, I'm an idiot. I could have had $60, but now I have 6. So, I mean, like I said, if it was more like you cash out and you still get 20 or 30 out of your $40 bet, then I'd say do that. Because then whatever, right? So at least you're getting half of your money back or some of it. But hell, if they're going to take like 90% of your money at this point because it's 3-0, right? Stick it out. And, I'll tell you this, about 1 out of every 5 games the Mariners play, we can come back from this scenario. So I'm not saying it's going to be today, but you got a 20% chance to get your money back, to get $60. So that way you can buy some nugget meals. Okay. You want some McNuggies? Okay. You want to be able to get the double cheeseburger? You want a Big Mac meal? Let it ride. No point of cashing out for $6. So all my Mariner buddies are like, fuck, 3-0, boo. All right, let's go. Let's try to get Simple's money back. He bet 40 on the Mariners, and like I told you, those little things that I told you, the lineup, not just the start pitcher. And even though George Kirby's a beast, 9 Ks, he gave up a critical 2-run home run, and we haven't had any run support. But again, the magic number for the Mariners, and make sure you write that down, 5 runs or more, 7 to 10 hits. And if you get that, Mariners are going to win 90% of the time. If they don't get 5 runs and they don't get 7 hits or more, they lose 90% of the time. And I think I've been pretty good with that statistic all year. And if you actually go back to my predictions, I mean, it kind of stays true. Now, are we able to win, a game that's 4-3 or 3-2 or 2-1? Yeah. But again, it's either we're really hot or we're not. And it doesn't look good right now, but I still think there's a chance. All right, let's get out of this fucking inning. Motherfucker lost all his money. No fucking McNuggies. Nothing. Can't even afford fucking sauce. They say, I need another sauce. I need a sweet and sour. They're like 50 cents. Motherfucker can't afford it. He's like, I can't do it. No sauce. You got your McNuggies with no sauce. It is still possible. All right, 3-0 White Sox. I mean, like I said, like I told you, we had games where we had no hits, no runs for 7 innings against the Orioles, and then we busted out 8 runs in 2 innings. That was one of the most remarkable comebacks. Now, we didn't win. I think we lost 9-8. But still, how many teams could be at 0 for 7 innings and then no hits, not even a hit? And then we were able to get 8 runs in the 8th and 9th, pitching changes, finding a way. So, motherfucker bet $40, trying to get $60. Did not consult me, right? Did not look at the lineup. Just looked at George Kirby, said the Mariners are raking with Julio. Fuck it. Let it ride. And then realized when he came in, oh, damn, the lineup is like an F lineup. Kirby has to play good, but they have to get hits. And there's no hits today. No runs, nothing, right? Then he wants to cash out. I bet $40. I want my 60. Now he's down to 6. So there's no point at this point. Let that bitch ride. And hopefully I can get you that $60. But again, another part of this scenario is going to be Scott Servais. Okay. Now, Scott Servais needs to be smart enough to swap out Dominic Canzone for maybe Mike Ford and then possibly take out O'Keefe and put in Cal Raleigh. Now, if I talk it into existence, maybe we can get it to happen. Okay. O'Keefe, Cal Raleigh, Dominic Canzone, Mike Ford. Okay. And if we end up getting that, there's a higher probability of getting your money back. Okay. We will see. We will see. The sports gods always listen. So, I mean, bro, I ended up going to a Mariner game last year, right? I went to go see Bobby Witt Jr. in his rookie year and Julio, right? I told people on the channel, I'm going to get a Julio ball. Everyone thought I was crazy. You're not going to get no Julio foul ball or home run ball. You're not going to get one. I did. I got a Julio foul ball in the 9th inning, right? Then a couple weeks later, I was going to get tickets to go to the Yankees. And that was when Aaron Judge had 62 homers, right? Last year, record breaking. I said, I'm going to go to the Yankee game. I'm going to get an Aaron Judge ball. And guess what? I did. So, I don't know what the chances of getting, 2 baseballs from 2 of the biggest stars on planet Earth at that particular time, like 1 in 10 billion, but I did. So I don't know how to explain that, but we'll see. You put 280 on this game. Again, you should have consulted your boy. Like I said, you have to look at, other than the starting pitcher, you have to look at the lineup. And also, Tim Anderson's first game back from getting knocked the fuck out. And then the 6 through the 9 hole was terrible. On a scale of an A to F lineup, this is a D or F lineup. It's just George Kirby ended up being that guy in the rotation. But even with that being said, with the 280, we could still come back. Kopech is out, so they're starting to go through their backups. And all we need is one good inning. And look, Jose Caballero. There's another guy that they decided to plug in. So now we're trying to win. Okay? Jose Caballero. So this could happen here. We're down 3-0, but we got 3 innings to come back. Okay? Look at that arm sleeve. So fresh and so clean, clean. Let's go. Ground ball foul. See? And everyone that bets either small or big, 280 for Hugo or simple with a $40 bet, you have to do these little things if you want to be successful. You know what I mean? Like I haven't finished lower than third in any fantasy football league that I've ever been in. But also too, the average person makes 50 moves in fantasy. I make 100 to 250. Like I try to make my bench as good as my starters, and my bench ends up being better than at least one or two teams that are ranked maybe ninth or 10th, in the starting lineup. Like their starting lineup is, like maybe not the greatest, but it's okay. My bench usually can beat like team number 9 or team number 10. So that shows you if you have depth, you can make shit happen, but you have to read and put in the time. You just can't, throw money at the wall and hope it sticks. So if you listen to that advice, it'll definitely help you in the future. Always, always, always look deeper than just the starting pitchers. Look at the injury report, see if there's anything new, and then definitely look at the lineups and see if there's anything new that is like different. Tim Anderson's been suspended, got knocked the fuck out by Jose Ramirez, first game back. The chances of him doing good his first game back, very high, 90%. And then let's look at his numbers, right? First game back, he's motivated. You know what I mean? He got knocked the fuck out. He just wants to move on with his life. What did Tim Anderson do? I put him on the thumbnail for a specific reason as well, right? I have the ESP. Boom, Kirby, Anderson. What did Anderson go for? 2 for 3, right? The best out of anyone on the team besides Colas and Thompson. Coincidence? I think not. But again, you have to do the research. Or if you're not willing to do the research, come here and I can help you. Yeah, but if we can win this game and sweep, if we win this game, though, we're only a game back from the Rangers and Astros. We're trying to, be the top in the American League West. At one point, we were like 10 games back. I remember when Logan Gilbert's record was 4-5. Now he's 11-5. They're like, oh, he's on the trade block. I'm like, fuck no. 3-0 White Sox. Come on, Jose. Jose, Mike Ford, Cal Raleigh. Come on, Jose. Pitches outside, 3-2 count. Well, I didn't have my chain on for you early, so that it's superstition too. I always wear it, and I always wear it before the game. But since I have a hoodie on, I didn't put it on, and sports gods. Now I got to make sure I do predictions for us. There's the walk. There we go. There we go. There we go, Jose. Just finding a way to get on base, any means necessary. Getting hit by a pitch or taking a walk and being patient in the box. Here we go. And we got no outs. So there's a very good probability here if we can just keep the momentum going, we might be able to at least chip into the lead and get it down to 3-1. And if you get it to 3-1, there's a very highly likely chance that we can come back. We just have to chip away. So that was for Canzone. So they took him out and put in Jose. All right, so now we have Dylan Moore, Rojas, and Brian O'Keefe. So Moore, Rojas, and then hopefully Cal Raleigh. That's where I would go. But every once in a while, you'll have a guy that you have no idea, like you don't expect anything from him or Rojas or O'Keefe. And then O'Keefe ends up hitting a homer, and then we end up tying it up or something. Like, you never know. Throw to first, lazy throw. Jose with a stolen base. There we go. And that's why we brought Jose in, because he's like Julio. He can read, obviously, the momentum of the game. He knows when to jump, and he didn't even have to slide. Standing up, stolen base by Jose Caballero. So there's a good chance here, like I said, we might be able to get one or two. And if we end up getting it to 3-1 or 3-2, we definitely can come back. It's just about, getting the bleeding to stop. Put the Band-Aid on from this 3-0 debacle and get it to 3-1 or 3-2. Get on base. Big swing and a miss. Dylan Moore, your ass. Sit down. Should have just not swung and then took your base and you could have got a walk. All right, here we go. Next up, second baseman Josh Rojas, who I have confidence in. He can either get on base with getting hit by a pitch, right, taking a walk, and being patient in the box, or getting a nice RBI. Let's go. Told you, bro. Jose to third. Save. He stole third, baby. Let's go. The chain don't lie. The chain hang low. You feel me? Let's go. Jose stealing second. Jose stealing third. Who does he think he is? Julio? Let's go. Might as well be like L.A. De La Cruz and fucking steal home. Fuck it, right? But we wouldn't want to do that because if Jose did that, he'd probably get, thrown out at home. So we want to take advantage of this here. Oh, he's easily safe. Why are they reviewing this? He's safe. Fuck out of here. Finger to foot. Shut the fuck up, these White Sox fucking announcers. He's safe. Fucking idiots. Easily safe. Not even close. Even when he slid past the bag, he still had his foot on the bag. Stop reaching, White Sox. You're already up 3-0. Don't get greedy. Now we got to come back and win. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. White Sox 3, Mariners 0, runner at third. Of course he's safe. Good. Nice job, Jose. You're my boy. Mariners hit my line. Go, baby. Yeah, and I'm the only full-time Mariner YouTuber as well, so obviously there'll be other you know, uh, you know, guys that do it a little bit here and there and whatnot. But I mean, my goal every season is to try to do about 100 games or more. That's a lot of games. So, and I'm doing NFL, college football, NHL, NBA, NASCAR, UFC, AEW, WWE. So, I feel I do more than any other streamer that's out there. And it's not about just doing a lot of things, it's being knowledgeable and knowing what you're talking about in many, many things. So, one stop shop, you got it here. It ain't fucking ESPN. They're trash. And if ESPN was smart, right, since NFL, Sunday tickets coming to YouTube and whatnot, but if ESPN was smart, they would start poaching all the best YouTubers that are out there that do live play-by-play for sports and trying to put them on their network on ESPN2, ESPN3, ESPN, ESPN de Ocho, and still they would struggle, but they would at least get more views because people can connect to people that are on Twitch and on YouTube. The people that are on TV, like former athletes like Shady McCoy, are garbage. There's just so much garbage out there and garbage shows. Yeah. Woo! Boom. Look at that bunt. Are you fucking kidding me? What I tell you, you don't cash out. You couldn't afford any fucking McNuggies. You made a $40 bet trying to get $60. Then all of a sudden it was 3-0 when I predicted the 2-run homer. Then you're like, fuck my life. I'm going to cash out. Then you only had $6. You couldn't even find a McDonald's McNuggie meal. No sauce, no fries, no drink. Let it ride. Boom. 3-1. You're welcome. Let's go. Let's go. McNuggie mission. Well, O'Keefe, you have to understand he's third string catcher. Okay. He's not going to get you anything. You know what I'm saying? When it's Harry Ford, right? He's obviously in AAA. We're waiting to bring him up. He'll be able to be like a Buster Posey ish type of guy, maybe a Buster Posey 2.0, 3.0. Then we'll have Cal Raleigh, Tom Murphy, and Harry Ford. But you can't expect anything there. Safe at second. I think he might have been out, though. Uh oh. Uh oh. He was late there. He looks like he's out there. There goes strike 3. 2 away. Again, if it was me, you should have took O'Keefe out, like I said, and put in Cal Raleigh. If you really were trying to win this game. Hello? Cal Raleigh? Hello? And I know you're trying to give him a day off and you don't want him to play, but are we trying to win this goddamn game or not? It's not going to kill Cal Raleigh to fucking play catcher for an inning or to hit, but again, this is Scott Servais. But again, we at least stopped the bleeding. We were bleeding out, like playing Call of Duty or Gears of War. We were bleeding out, Grand Theft Auto 5, right? We put the Band-Aid on. And then we got one, right? So sometimes you can't be greedy as a sport fan. You can't just want all 3 to come immediately when we've been asked the whole game. Okay. Kirby got 9 Ks, got roughed up with that 2-run homer. We're down 3-1 now. So we have a chance. And we got this inning and 2 more. So we're all right. Top of the 7th, runner at second, 2 outs, 1-1 pitch. And if JP can force a walk here or get hit by a pitch, then we got Julio up. And then with 1 swing, you're welcome. Let's go, JP. Come on, baby. I got to talk it into existence. I got that ESP. Okay. Big swing and a miss. Got him. Damn it. Well, JP, definitely not the same player, before the concussion and after the concussion. When we were at 3-0, right? Okay, that was us, right? 3-1. All right, but we're not there yet. Okay. Oh boy wants his money back. $40 bet to win 60. Now he's down to 6. Trying to get you there, brother. Joe Dirt approved, all right? Keep it moving. Takes time. Let's go to the bottom of the 7th inning. White Sox 3, Mariners 1. Much better than getting shut out. But again, if they were really serious about that, I would have definitely swapped out O'Keefe, 3rd string catcher, and brought in Cal Raleigh. I know you were resting him, but again, you bring in Cal Raleigh, you have him bat left. Even if he has to catch for the last couple innings, fuck it. Do it. Especially when they're hitting his ass. I mean, the guy's been hitting homers almost every other day. Hell, he had a game a couple games ago where he hit 2. And that's where it comes into being a good manager or being Scott Servais, or making those tough decisions. So, but again, when you have a guy with a day off, normally you don't play him. And no matter what the scenario is, like we need him. And they're like, they're he's already committed to like not playing the guy. So, we'll see. So if you cash out now, how much do you get? What is it at now? $9? It was at 6. What is that? 9? We'll see where it goes. Bottom of the 7th, 3-1 White Sox. But this is a good example for you, a lesson to be learned if you do lose your $40 on the bet. That you have to be able to be smarter when you bet for the future. If you're not and you're reckless, you're just going to be throwing money away. Trying to help you out, Simple. 769. All right, next up for the White Sox, 0 for 2 with a K in the bottom of the 7th. You already know what it is. It's your boy, second baseman Lenyn Sosa. Batting second, coming out fresh off the knockout from Jose Ramirez. Anderson down, Mr. Anderson. Tim Anderson, 2 for 3 with an RBI. I see you. And batting third baseman Elvis Andrus, who's 1 for 3. So this will be a very critical part of the game if we can get out of this inning. But again, those little simple things, for Hugo and for Simple. So that way you can actually win money instead of losing big money. Yeah, definitely staying away from like game 3 and game 4s for betting, because like I said, usually you're not going to have the best lineup. Game 3 and game 4, especially if it's the third game in the set, the lineup is going to be asked. And if it's the fourth game in the set, usually that lineup is asked too. And so you have to have a lot of factors go right. Pitcher has to play well. You have to get 7 to 10 hits, more than 5 runs. Then you might be able to overcome all the bullshit that's going against you. Got him. Weaver is inexperienced, so we don't really know what we're getting out of Weaver. We could end up having him give up a couple homers, or we could end up having a beautiful strikeout like that. See? Your boy. I know. Said ESP, bro. Pitches outside, 1-0 count. But also, too, I realized since I've been watching sports since 1985, history is meant to be broken, right? For like records and whatnot. But also, things tend to repeat themselves a lot. So if you can end up seeing the signs, that helps me give good advice to help people win money. Because, obviously history tends to repeat itself quite a bit too. You just have to be able to read in between the lines. I don't personally do a lot of betting on my end just because I'm superstitious. And I give the information, people bet, they win, and then they give me a kickback. Sometimes people will buy me, liquor or, a duck jacket or cash or whatever, depending on what the winnings are. But I imagine most people, bet through DraftKings or the other. I mean, those are the two biggest, sports books that are out there, right? Weaver, let's go. 2Ks for Weaver. For real. It's kind of shocking even for Mariner fans. There's no expectations there. And for a guy that was 2 for 3, fresh off getting knocked out. FanDuel and DraftKings are what most people do. Elvis Andrus. Smoke his ass. There we go, Weaver. God damn, Weaver's been fucking heating. He's fucking on fire. I mean, fucking Weaver comes in and gets fucking 3Ks. Why did we even put Thornton in? Jesus. Wow, he's in the zone too. Ahead of the count 0-2. Every pitch is in the strike zone. See, and that's why the Mariners are so deep. You never know when you get this magic. Like, who the fuck is this guy? And all of a sudden, he's just boom, boom, boom. Just like Kirby got 3Ks in the first inning. Got him. 3 batters, 3Ks for a no name. Mariners, World Series. Orioles, Mariners, ALCS, Braves, Dodgers, NLCS. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but that would be a dream scenario for me. Oh, yo, boy, you're getting the money now. $10. $10. $40 to $10. All right, here we go. This has got to be the inning. Top of the 8th. Let's go, baby. Leading off for the Mariners in the top of the 8th. 2 innings left, 6 outs away. Come on now. 0 for 2 with a base on ball. Center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. Hello. We need you. You're the Hall of Famer. Ballin'. Come on now. We're waiting on you. You got this. Batting second, 0 for 2 with a K. Third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. Gino, we need you. Wake up. RBIs. Fly away. And batting third, 1 for 2 with a base on ball and a K. Right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez, leading the American League in strikeouts, but his bat has heated up as of late. Teoscar, 2 photos. Come on. Let's go. We can't lose to the fucking White Sox. Come on now. Let's go. We still got to have a chance. Obviously, if we don't get anything this inning, then at that point, it's probably 90% over. We could still make a, top of the ninth rally. But now the goal would be in this inning to get one run. Try to get it to 3-2. So it's less pressure. You don't want to go down 3-1 in the ninth. But if you go down 3-2, psychologically, it's going to be a little bit easier for us to come back. But if we can end up being really lucky, we might be able to even tie it or take the lead in this inning. We just got to chip away. Just make sure that it's not 3-1 or higher than that as we go into the ninth. Because, of course, if it goes 4-1, 5-1, I mean, we're already fucking done. I mean, at this point, it feels like 70% chance we're going to lose. But there's still a little bit of hope, 30% chance. Just like Simple trying to get his money back, going from $40 to now to 15. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. ESP, baby. Let's go. Julio said it's time. It's like, oh, Orion's calling me out. Yeah, you're right. I am a Hall of Famer. I did do some historic shit just a couple of games ago. They gave me a day off, right? Then I got the bubble guts and shit myself. Had a late game scratch 5 minutes before the game started, maybe food poisoning. Okay. And then boom, key hit right here. Now we got Julio on, and now we have a pitching change. Here is our time right here in the 8th inning. Let's go. Nice job, Julio. You the man, brother. Electric, baby. And then next up, third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. Time to tie it up or take the lead. I'm manifesting it, dude. I do it a lot. I mean, I don't know how to explain it sometimes, or sometimes when I'm end up, I'll do like an NFL game and I'll say something and then it happens like 30 seconds or a minute later. There's more than one person that has ESP, other than Tony Romo on CBS. Your boys got it pretty often too, but I mean, if I can predict getting a Julio and an Aaron Judge ball last year, well, the chances of that happening is like 1 in a billion or more, and I was able to get both. So the crazy part was when I got the Julio ball, I actually went to go to the bathroom in the 9th inning, and there was an old guy standing in front of the shitter, and I was like, well, it looks like I'm not going to be able to get into any of the stalls or anything. So then I took a picture at the top, of the concourse as they had the snacks, and I was making my way down to like the 10th or 15th row. And I don't know, I just had a weird feeling. I was like, let me take this picture, walk down to the seat, message my dad, put my phone down, looked up, Julio fouled it, hits the fucking guardrail, dink, bump, 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 bounces one seat in front of me, boop. And then Julio Rodriguez foul ball in the 9th inning. So moral of the story, if you have to take a piss or a shit, you're not going to get a Julio foul ball. But if you end up staying there, and the crazy thing is the guy that was sitting in front of me had a son that he had to go take a shit. And then the wife was like, guess what? There was a foul ball, and it was Julio. And it was the only foul ball in that area the whole game. And he's like, where did it land? And she said, your seat. And he's like, who got it? And she pointed at me, and the guy was pissed. Was about to give his kid up for adoption. I swear to God. But it felt good. The Aaron Judge one was harder because that one was I was behind the Yankee dugout, and I was literally in seat like 6 and 7 with my friend. So usually I get seats on the aisle, so I can go up and down the aisle to give myself a better chance to get a ball. But I was in the dead middle, so if I wasn't able to go 1 foot to the right, left, behind me, or in front of me, and yeah, it was between a girl in the middle, my friend on the left with a glove, and then me, and we all went in the middle, and it popped up, boom, and then I got it. And then she tried to abuse me. She started screaming at me. This like, Karen. She was cute. She's probably like in her 20s. She was entitled, thinking that Judge was throwing the ball to her, and she was the only one in the stadium. And then she actually turned around and slapped my leg like hard. And she was with like her boyfriend, her son, and even her parents were there. I mean, imagine if I would have done that. I would have got ejected for life. I fucking slap a girl on the leg because I didn't get an Aaron Judge foul ball or an Aaron Judge ball. I don't know what it is. Some people don't have sports etiquette, but I'll tell you what, all the Yankee fans around me were offering me 200-300 for the ball, but I was like, nope. That would have been that RBI moment right there from Gino. Damn it. Oh, Gino. I was like, this is a good contact hit. We just needed it to drop a little bit. Up in the zone with that slider, too. Motherfucker. Next up, right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. But 2 out of the 3 baseballs that I've gotten, in Major League Baseball, like I said, I've been to like 7 games in the last couple of years. I've gotten 3 baseballs. So it's more than fucking Zach Hampel that can get baseballs at games. I got a good percentage. There we go. Teoscar! You believe in my ESP yet or not? There we go. There we go. He's like, this motherfucker is an alien. How the fuck does he know? Let's go. Let's go. Next up, first baseman, Ty France. Time to get a run or possibly 2. Let's go, Ty. I mean, I would have been completely happy just getting the Julio foul ball. But when I got my first one, my Kike Hernandez foul ball when he was on the Dodgers a year before COVID, a guy that was on the aisle, had a glove, a big ZZ Top beard. He dropped it twice, had it up above his head with the mitt, down by his waist in his mitt, and it bounced off his mitt twice, went to the ground. I slid past the 90-year-old grandma and grandpa. I was the 3rd seat in, grabbed it with my offhand, my left hand. He body checked me from behind, right? My knees hit the fucking steps. My knees were bleeding for 9 innings, but I got the ball. So you have to act fast. And if you're able to do that, then you end up getting memorabilia. So Kike Hernandez, Julio Rodriguez, Aaron Judge. I would say that's a pretty good trio. And I went to the Dodger game with my dad. My dad's been a Dodger fan since the 50s. So, and I got assaulted on 2 out of the 3 baseballs by fans that got pissed that they didn't get the baseball. So, but I never knock any kids over. I never do anything dirty. I do it fair, but I'm just paying attention. I'm not on my phone. I'm not getting hammered. I'm making sure that, when a baseball goes in the air, you have a split second to act and get up. If you got a fucking nacho helmet or a beer in your hand, you're fucked unless it goes right to you. Chop foul. Come on now. We got 1 out. 3-1 White Sox. And even if we get it to 3-2, it's all right. Okay? Even if we get it to 3-2, we all right. Come on, baby. Big swing and a miss. Got him. The White Sox are worse than the A's. What are the Sox excuse? Well, again, this is the last game in the set, right? Even though George Kirby, pitched pretty good, we haven't, really had a good lineup. This lineup is an F lineup or D lineup. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. Look at this lineup. All right, so you got JP, that's all right. Julio, I like that. Gino, that's good. Teoscar in the cleanup spot, good. Ty France, fine. So top 5 hitters are fine. But what is this? 6-hole, Dom. 7-hole, Dylan. 8-hole, Rojas, which I don't mind. 9-hole, O'Keefe. So you got 4 guys that might get nothing. So realize when you're betting, if you see a booty ass lineup like that, even with Kirby pitching, we might lose. Yeah, it's the last game in the set. We play better in the evening, not in the morning. There's a lot of factors that are involved when we win and when we lose. And here he is. Mike Ford, just like I predicted. Should have had Cal in there. Come on, Mike. Mike was hot, then he was cold, and then he's starting to get hot again, but he hasn't really been hitting homers. It's been kind of like cheap bloop singles. But at this point, we'll take that because that'll get you an RBI. But if we can get a homer here, boom, 4-3, Mariners. That sounds kind of sexy. But I highly doubt we're going to get a homer with him. It's like we got to hope for a walk or a cheap-ass single RBI, something cheap, Best case scenario would be a homer, but getting hit by a pitch, taking a walk, or just getting a fucking single. Don't strike out. Don't pop up. Don't ground out. Come on, Mike. Come on, Mike. Big swing and a miss. 1-2 count. And like I said, he hasn't been that hot as of late. Come on, Ford. I don't even need to be greedy for a homer. Just give me an RBI single, please. Work the count. Work it. It's 1-2. Come on, Mike. Come on, baby. Ford, little cheap bloop, and that's what he's been kind of doing as of late. You know, he's got like a Vogelback vibe, kind of chubby, a little overweight, tree trunks for legs. You know, like a Cecil Fielder, Vogelback kind of guy. You know, we had a Carlos Santana. You know, and they went to the Pirates and then to the Brewers. I liked him, and sometimes these chubby guys are good. You know, but again, you're going to get a lot of strikeouts, but every once in a while you get magic, and he does give magic in the eighth and the ninth pretty often. Ford, ooh, that was close. 2-2 count. Ooh, that could have been a strikeout. Hernandez stole the bag. We got runners at second and third now. We got to wait to the next inning. Mike Ford. You know, if you were smart, you would have put in Cal Raleigh, someone that actually can hit. Now we got to wait to the ninth. And now the chances of winning it probably goes down to 20% or 15. And we leave them stranded. All right. I know. I know. Like I said, sometimes you can't be greedy. The sports, you know, gods, you know, they kind of decide the even flow of the game. So, you know, at this point, you know, what are the chances of us winning right now? Maybe 5 to 10% of winning. What are the chances of us tying the game? You know, 5% chance to win, maybe a 10% chance to tie, and probably a 85 to 90% chance that we're losing the game. But you never know. You never know. You know, and honestly, at this point, we can't even be greedy. Like, we can't win the game in the ninth. We just have to pray that we can tie it, get it to 3-3 somehow, some way. I don't know. Okay. And then go into extras and then finding a way to win in the 10th to 12th inning. And then if that happens, there we go. Then oh boy gets his money. He can buy some McNuggies with sauce, you know, but he went a $40 bet trying to win $60. Now he's down to like 10 or 7 or 8. So, I mean, you can't even fucking supersize your meal. No sauce, no drink, no fries, just McNuggies, just plain. And they're probably under the heat lamp. So then you probably take a couple bites and throw the rest away and give it to a homeless person or a bum. So there you go. Trying to get you some money back. Nuggies. That's what happens when you bet $40 or you bet 280 and you don't look at the lineup. You don't realize that this is Tim Anderson's first game back from getting knocked the fuck out. You don't realize that the lineup is Bootios. Okay. So we'll see. But I still think that, you know, this is baseball. Anything can happen. Fucking McNuggies. Hey, nuggets hit good when they're right out of the oven, you know, right out of the fryer. They're good. But Wendy's nuggies are always going to be better than McDonald's. McDonald's ones with that skin on it and whatnot. Like I say, when they're fresh, they're bomb. But when they're under the heat lamp, it's like, what the fuck am I eating? So the same thing with McDonald's fries. Fresh, amazing. But when they're under the heat lamp and soggy and shit, what the fuck is that? He said, just get the Taco Bell $5 meal. All right, Luis Robert Jr. Now we just got to make sure that we don't add on any more than 3. We can't afford it to go 4-1 or 5-1 if we want to actually try to tie it and go to extras. Luis Robert Jr. But the one main piece, if we would have had Cal Raleigh catching today instead of O'Keefe, that could have been the difference between us winning and losing today. But again, you know, Service is trying to give everyone an opportunity. But hey, sometimes you got to be able to learn hard, you know, this way, you know, if we end up losing, so that way you don't make these same kind of mistakes again. So, you know, if the same type of scenario comes, you're like, oh yeah, that one time when I went to the Northwest Sports Fanatics, the third game in the set, it's in the early morning. The lineup isn't very good. Yeah, maybe I won't pick the team that's hot. You know, maybe I'll you know, go the opposite way. Even with the White Sox being asked, you know, maybe the numbers say that the probability is better for that team, even if they got smoked in the first 2 games. It's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row or 4 times in a row, no matter if they're shitty, like the Royals or the A's or the White Sox. It's the numbers. You have to look at the statistics. And that's what I'm about, stats and analytics. Weaver is killing it. You kidding me? Come on, baby. Bottom of the 8th, 3-1 White Sox. Oh, Megan in the building. We had 0 all day. And Megan, I appreciate you so much because we get people that will support me and we get people that don't. And I'm doing this full time. I've done it for 11 years. 1,700 live streams and videos since 2017. We've hit as high as 1,500. $27 and some change. The highest donation that I've ever gotten is $1,300. We've gotten multiple $100, $200, $300, $400, $500 donations, right? But sometimes you sit at a 0 and you're praying that goat will come in and save the stream. And here we are. And that shows an example for some of the others that who I am. I'm not doing this shit for fun. This is my full-time job. So people can be entertained, but no one likes to work for free. Okay. $100 dono to go from 0 to 100 real quick like Drake. Your boy is here. Good morning, O. Just woke up, 6:30 a.m. And I appreciate that. First coffee of the day. I didn't even get one dono today. Sarah's at work, and I knew that me doing this game, there would be a chance that I might hit 0 to 20, which is it's kind of depressing. But then I can always count on a goat to come through to show love like that. I love you. I appreciate you. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. Stacks on stacks. Racks on racks. Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. $100, baby. Thank you. And I'm going to take care of you in fantasy. Megan's doing fantasy for the very first time, right? Ever, right? And not only as a female, but in a league with no other females. And not only that, 17 other dudes, 18 man-woman league. And it's your first time. They're trying to take advantage of her. They're trying to, pull these shitty trades. And I'm like, no, you got a ringer. You got me. And I'm going to make sure she doesn't finish in last. Now, if it was like a 10 or 12-man league, I could probably get you to the playoffs or, finishing in the top 5 or top 6. But if you're, you're an 18-man league and the draft wasn't the greatest, right? We're going to try to hope that you don't get last, but probably somewhere between maybe 12th through 17th is what I'm going to go for you. Because like I said, if you have a good draft, that will really determine if you make the playoffs or not. Injuries are a motherfucker, but I'm going to make sure that you don't get last place. Big facts. And I appreciate you very, very much. Let me know what you want to see for photos, and I will take care of you. Thank you. I might actually do that game next and stuff because, like I said, we were sitting at a 0, so I was almost thinking, "Fuck, I'm going to have to do the Dodger game to make up for my day." To go that route. And even though we got this very generous Aussie 12 dono, I'm a grinder. This is my full-time job. Yes, I do have bills, and I got a pup, and I got a lot of responsibilities. So I may end up doing the Dodger game, and Kershaw's pitching, so they're going to win. Absolutely. Georgie just came in, watching the whole time, didn't comment, sees the $100 dono. Oh, this guy is good. But the advice that I gave you is worth more than that $40 or that $60 that you would have won because you would have just been betting blindly the whole time unless you found me, right? So that little advice that I gave you will help you win hundreds of dollars in the future. I guarantee it. And it also will prevent you from making a bet in a game you have no business betting on. So, all right, here we go, Mariners, 3-1. Weaver is him. But that's a big part, like I said, where people come here, because I give good advice, because I do read a lot. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, on a typical day when I'm not streaming or spending time with my pup or whatever, I'm usually reading all day, all night. I don't go to sleep until, maybe sometime between midnight and 3 a.m. And I'm right back at it, up at 7 a.m., walking the dog for an hour, and I'm usually like on the fantasy app. When I do fantasy, I'm probably on it like 4 to 6 hours a day. I'm researching my team, my bench, what's on the wire, and I'm a psychopath. I look at everybody's team. I know who every member of every team, who they have on the bench, who they're looking at. I'm looking at all that information. And the same thing goes on the baseball side. I'm looking at lineups. I'm looking at injuries, matchups. There's still a chance, but we have to be able to obviously just get the tie right here. Trying to be able to manufacture 3 runs, asking way too much, right? Way too much, because how many hits do we have total? 4? The magic number is 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits. Are we at 5 runs? Fuck no, right? They're at 3 runs, 8 hits. So at this point, we just have to pray that we can get 7 hits total, 3 more, and we can tie it up 3-3, go into extras, flip a coin, see what the fuck happens. Okay? Sure, I got you. Let me just squeeze a couple of those in while we're getting in this critical part of the game, and then I'll get you some more. I appreciate you very, very much. Thank you for saving the stream. You've actually saved the stream the last 3 streams, so it does mean a lot. And again, like I said, I told you that I will give you good information, and I'm going to help you, end up winning. So you're going to already donate to me regardless, because that's just what you do, because you're so kind and you want me to win, and you're a big part of this channel. You're one of the mods, right? And you're going to take care of me. But also knowing that I'm going to help you on fantasy, you're going to have another reason to be able to show a little love and support. And I appreciate you very, very much. Let me get you one more here real quick. Strike 3. He's out of there. That was quick. All right, we got 2 outs to go. Come on, Mariners. Find a way. We got to smoke them like that cigarette. Come on now. White Sox are Jaws, and we have to find a way. Come on now. I'll get you some Zorn and Largent, Pete Carroll, maybe some rookies on Seattle. I got you. All right, come on, Rojas. Come on, baby. Let's go. 1 for 2 with a walk, single, RBI, and a stolen base. Get it started. Come on, Rojas. And like I said, what did I say earlier in the game? That Cal Raleigh would get in. He's on deck. But it's like 1 inning too late. You should have had him in last inning for 2 opportunities in the 8th and the 9th. So I know baseball, and Scott isn't a fucking idiot. But if you would have done it the previous inning, maybe that's the difference. I told you. I know, man. I mean, I'm locked and loaded. So there's Rojas, and guess who's up? Like I predicted, right? I told y'all who they were going to bring in: Mike Ford and a Cal Raleigh. Your boy's got the ESP. I'm not fucking stupid. All right, I told y'all. Now we just have to be able to get results. And it's not like I'm linked to the organization and I got someone in that room, giving me all this info. Okay? It's being a fan since '85 and reading and watching film like a fucking psychopath. Told you, bro. All right. Let's go. I mean, fuck, if you were going to give him the day off and then now you decide, should have did it in the 8th inning. But with 1 swing, it could be tie game. Cal Raleigh's got the most home runs out of any catcher since the beginning of 2022 in his rookie season. And look at that. You talk it into existence, and then boom. You see what I'm doing, baby? You see what I'm doing? But the crappy thing right now, though, is JP hasn't been cold. He was really hot, right? And then he ended up getting the concussion, and he hasn't been good since for the last couple games. He's just been back for a game or 2. So for him to get a big RBI here, or even to get an on base, we just have to chip away. Now, if we end up winning and going up 4-3, that would be amazing, right? But just not being greedy and tying it 3-3 and trying to win it later. But we just have to get JP on, even if it's a walk, a hit by pitch, And a lot of times Julio isn't clutch, when it ends up being, these critical situations. But as of late, he's been hot. So we'll see. I don't speak lies. Check swing. Did he go? No. 2-1 count. Heck yeah. So are you doing a custom, or what are you doing with it? Are you going to get you're going to go with the custom throwback? Big swing and a miss. 2-2 count. And like I said, JP's our leader. And like I said, he's a very instrumental part, of a leadership in the dugout. When we have JP, the game is much better when we don't have him. But just, coming off the concussion and missing like a week, 2 weeks, a week and a half, it hurt that momentum. Uncle Mo, that momentum, he had it and it's gone. So hopefully we can figure it out. Come on, baby. Pitches outside, 3-2 count. Let's go, JP. Let's go, JP. Walked him. Let's go. Simple. Do you believe me now? You're like, this motherfucker is an alien. I was like, this motherfucker is Back to the Future. This motherfucker got the almanac. This motherfucker would be just saying shit and shit be happening. You see this? You know what I mean? And the thing is, the sports gods love your boy. You know? I mean, how many people can predict they're going to go get a Julio and Aaron Judge ball, and they actually do? 1 in 10 billion, 1 in 100 billion, 1 in 1,000. I don't know. Let's go, baby. Here we go. Let's go, baby. You already know what it is. Julio Rodriguez. Be electric. Be that guy that we know. You had a day off. Then you had the bubble guts and shit yourself. Now you're back, and you're going to win the game for the Mariners. It might have been food poisoning yesterday, but let's fucking go. Can you tell? I like fucking J-Rod. Let's go, baby. Come on. Let's go, Julio. Bases loaded. And the thing is, we're one of the top 2 teams in Major League Baseball with the Dodgers with the bases loaded. When we have one guy on, we're not good. When we have guys on first and second, not good. Guys on first and third on the corners, not good. But for whatever fucked up reason, when the bases are loaded, the Mariners are amazing. Big swing and a miss. Shouldn't have swung. Come on, Julio. Give me an RBI, baby. And I don't even need to be greedy with a grand salami. Now, if we get a grand salami, I'll fucking jump out the window. But let's go. I mean, like, just an RBI is good. Let's go. Chop foul, 0-2 count. And obviously pitching inside to Julio. They did it last year, and his wrist movement was very, very good, right? And then this year, when they pitch inside, he's not as good. It seems like his technique and his swing has changed. So Harold Reynolds broke it down on MLB Network, and I've watched a lot of film as well. He doesn't really snap his wrist as quick as he did. And the pitchers in 2023 watch film, so they know this is where to pitch him, right? But every once in a while, he'll have a 2022 moment, and he'll rip off a grand salami or possibly an RBI here. Come on, Julio. I mean, if you want to be the Hall of Famer and you want to be the guy, right, this is the type of moments where you make a name for yourself like you just did a couple days ago by making history. You had more stats than the Yankees did as a team in that 2-3 day stretch. Oh, he hit him. Hopefully he's okay. Let's go. 3-2, baby. Let's go. Let's go. You wanted to cash out. You went from $40 bet to $60 bet to $6 bet. Couldn't even buy some McNuggies. No fucking sauce, no fries, no drink. I'm trying to help you guys win money. I fucking say it. It fucking happens. Boom shakalaka. 3-2. And as long as it didn't hurt Julio, that's what matters. And boom, we're going to win this game now. Let's fucking go. What do you think about that? And again, we strike again. Bases loaded. One of the top 2 teams in baseball, Dodgers, Mariners. We find a way for them to hit us or for them to walk us. Cheap runs. Cheap runs. Here we go. Let's go. You can kindly, hook me up with all the money that you just made, Hugo. You feel me? You see what I do? All right. You think you're going to get that dub if your boy doesn't talk it into existence? Let's go. All right. $280 bet. Here we go. $40 bet. Here we go. And you can see why people donate to your boy. All right? Because of this right here. Situational baseball, talking into existence. Here we go. You're welcome. But there's a reason why, people throw me $100 donos, $500 donos, $1,500 donos. The average person does not get that ESP or talk shit into existence. All right. And this was a good one. Simple's like, this is my first day here. I don't know what I'm doing here, but hey, this guy's calling the game. He's telling me some things. His shit is coming into fruition. He says some shit. It comes true. Boom shakalaka. You went from $40 bet, $6 to cash out. Fuck my life. I need money. I can't lose this. I say, have faith. This is what's going to happen. And then now, boom, you're about to win your money. What does the $280 bet win you? If you ended up making the 280, you win like what? What do you end up winning? 350? If you end up winning the bet? I told you. So that's why people have faith in me. All right. And like I said, 90% chance we lose this game. And what did I tell you early on? I told you 1 out of every 5 times that we play a game when we're down, we come back. Right. And I said, you have a 20% chance for us to come back. And I said, this could be one of those 5 games where we would come back, with everything against us, with a 10% chance to maybe tie it up, 5% chance to maybe win. But now we still have to take care of business and make sure that they don't score anything in the bottom of the ninth. Right. But Uncle Mo, Momentum, Sports Gods, ESP, Alien, Back to the Future, Almanac, your boy. Okay. If you didn't believe me before about 5 with the 280, there we go. There we go. And I don't expect you to donate any of that money to me, either one of you, but I know at some point you guys will, because of course you can say, oh, it's just luck. The Mariners came back. But again, no chain was on early. The chain got put on. The words came out. I told you who was going to go in and what was going to happen. And here we go. And I'm really happy that both y'all were able to get your money. To go from 280 to losing everything to being able to get 5. And to bet $40 and go down to 6 to cash out, and then now you're going to get your $60. Not only do you feel good and great about today, you'll be back and you'll be here, and I'll be able to help you win money again. And that's why people donate the big money here. There we go. Congratulations, you two. It's not over yet. We got to take care of the ninth, and hopefully we can add on some more insurance, because going to about 5-3 or 6-3 sounds a lot better than just 4-3. Let's go, T. Oscar. Red Sox beat the Astros. I don't know, because I haven't done any of the due diligence or the research. Anyone you ask that gives you information on betting on Twitter or Instagram or when fantasy, where they say, oh, should I do Cooper Kupp or Tyreek? And someone instantly says Cooper Kupp. That motherfucker's an idiot, because they didn't even look at the stats or the information. You have to be able to take a look at the guy's team, the information, home, away, morning, night, grass, turf, who's getting targets. You need to go through all of these questions before you give an answer. So anytime you look for, someone that's, paying to get money for, advice, this and that, or if they're just giving advice and, you end up losing money, you have to look at those factors. Throw to third, double play, save. All right, they're going to review that. Yeah, I think Seattle is going to win. Momentum has shifted. And like I said, I got 2 guys that are betting on the game right now. One that's betting 40 to win 60, and one that's betting 280 to win 5. And we have probably about 5% chance to win, 10% chance to tie. And like I said, sometimes you just have to not be greedy. Take what you can get. We were bleeding out. Call of Duty, right? Gears of War, Grand Theft Auto 5, Grand Theft Auto 6. We were bleeding out. I said, let's just get one run. Put the Band-Aid on. The bleeding stopped. And then you go from 3-1 to 3-2 to 4-3. Let's go. Let's go, baby. And I'll get you some more photos, Megan, here in just 1 second. Obviously, critical part of the game, so we don't want to miss out on the reaction and me losing my shit, and also talking shit into existence. But again, now, hell yeah, Sour. I talked it into existence, brother. You already know it. And like I said, there's a reason why, people look at me differently compared to other people that are on YouTube. I feel that as far as like betting and fantasy football and just like information, stats, and analytics, no one can touch me on YouTube, because no one else works as hard as me. And I'm doing it for all sports. So, but again, no one else is willing to read for 4 to 6 hours a day, which I consistently do every day. But again, it shows you, if you read a lot, you watch a lot of film, history tends to repeat itself. but also history is meant to be broken, like with Julio a couple days ago. But you can see patterns. And if you just see the right patterns and you know what to do to win, right, by putting in Cal Raleigh, like I mentioned, putting in Mike Ford in that shitty lineup, and look what happened. But again, if Service doesn't listen to me and doesn't put in those two guys, the game's over. We lose 3-1. It's done. So it's kind of nice, sometimes when the sports gods are listening, and then they help, you guys hopefully win some money. So, oh, he hit him. Ty France leading the league of getting hit by pitches by way more than anybody else, and he gets hit again. I don't understand why Ty France gets hit all the fucking time. He's been hit like 75 times this season. It's unbelievable. But again, now we have bases loaded. And what does that mean? We are one of the top two teams in Major League Baseball when bases are loaded, Dodgers and Mariners. And how do I know that? Because I read a lot and I go to Baseball Reference. I follow people that do what I do. All they do is read and look up stats all day and all night. All right, Mike Ford, here he is. Bases loaded. Grand Salami would just be sexy as hell, wouldn't it? But we don't even need to ask for that. Just get an RBI. Let's just give us some extra, right? Give us greedy people would be like Grand Salami, but I'll be happy if he gets hit by a pitch, or if he ends up getting walked. Give me that extra freebie. Boom, 5-3. You get an RBI double or an RBI single. Boom, 5-3, 6-3. It doesn't have to be, the best case scenario. Take what you can get, If you're a guy and you're trying to get a 10, sometimes you got to settle for a 7 or a 6, okay? Be real. And here we go. Popped up. We didn't get anything, but we took the lead. And that's what matters. Runners stranded. It happens, but we took the lead, and that's what matters. 4-3 Mariners going to the bottom of the ninth, and I'm trying to get people to win some goddamn money. No, I would not cash out. No. Do not cash out. Well, you're going to go from, if you cash out, you bet 40. If you win, you were going to win 60. What's the cash out right now? 30? And then obviously if you're at 280, you're going to let it ride because you were already going to lose anyways. You went from $40 to $6 and you couldn't even buy McNuggies with sauce. So now you're looking pretty good. You can actually probably buy fries, a drink, supersize it, nuggies, double stack, maybe even a Big Mac on the side. Okay. Yeah, but if they replace Weaver for like Brash or Munoz or Topa, we're going to win. And I assume that's what we're going to do here. We'll see who they bring in, and I'll keep refreshing until I see. But let it ride, bro. You already mentally lost. So you don't want to play emotions with the sports gods. You know what I'm saying? $52 cash out. Well, if you want to cash out and then you end up getting $52 instead of $60, then cash out if you want to go that route. $8 ain't going to kill you. But if it was me, I would let it ride. And again, $60 is better than 52, but 52 is, a lot better than the $6 that you were going to get. So, all right, let's get Megan some photos here while I'm waiting. I'll give you a couple hacks. He is a Kraken fan as well as a Seahawk fan, so Mariner fan too. And I'll get you some more photos too once we win this game. And for good luck for the Pacific Northwest, we're going to throw up a Pete Carroll, and I got your Seahawks spinning logo. Let's go, Mariners. You know what it is. Let's go. I appreciate you, Megan. I got a lot more photos coming your way. Appreciate you. Handsome devil. Pete Carroll can sling it. You guys see that viral video with Snoop Dogg and Will Ferrell? Andres Munoz, baby. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Oscar Colas, 2 for 3. Chopper foul. Momentum has shifted, and you can feel it in the air. You can feel it in your pocketbook, okay? All right? And like I said, remember the things that I told you, Hugo and Simple. It'll help you guys win so much more money in the future, not just today. And if you're not a believer in anything that I said today, you should be after you end up getting this money, hopefully. Oh, Koloff's with a hit. Fuck. Double. Come on, Munoz. All right, let's not let them tie it. We got to win. We want to win now because if it ends up going 4-4, we could lose in extras. Come on, Munoz. And that's the problem when you pitch 100 miles an hour, right? And you don't have Paul Sewald anymore. You know, there's going to be opportunities for them to get some cheap ones like that right there. Come on, 3 photos, bro. I need fucking 3 outs. Let's go. Nice pitch. 0-1 count. Let's go. Let's win this game. My phone is going crazy. What's your bet at right now? There we go. At this point, I would let it ride because you already were mentally fucked and you guys already lost the game within just the last. I mean, you already mentally were like, I lost my money. It's over until just recently. So, I mean, it still could go 4-4 and we can go into extras, but I don't think the White Sox would win here 5-4. I think that the best they would do here is 4-4 tie or the Mariners are going to win 4-3. That's my personal feeling. But I still think that we're going to get it. There we go. Just let it ride. Let it ride. We're going to win. You're going to get your 60 full dollars. One away. Let it ride. Remember, you already were down to 6. So it's a part of betting, right? Sometimes you have to take risks, but you want to take smart risks. Okay? We're going to win this game. Can't give you an answer for Braves or Mets because I don't know any information on it. If you want real information and you say Braves, Mets, and someone instantly says Braves, you're going to be trusting an idiot. So you have to make sure the person reads and goes through all the metrics and analytics before you get an appropriate answer. The Pete and Sherm, is it new? Did it come out today? You want to send it to me? Is it what, YouTube or something? Send me the link on Instagram or Twitter if you have it, or I'll look it up. But again, the simple, tips that I gave you, right, which I also give to Megan for fantasy football, but the one stuff that I gave you early in the game, that's worth more than $60, regardless, what you do with it. Either give some to me or use it to bet further in the future. I'm trying to help you be smarter about your bets. There we go, baby. 0-1 count. Let's go. Let's go. 4-3 Mariners. Munoz. And again, Munoz doesn't have control and Munoz doesn't have location. So it's all heat, heat, heat. Just like Brian Wu, just like Castillo, just like Bryce Miller. So you just have to hope that, the control is enough, or you can get a cheap swing or a ground out or a pop up. Pop up. 1-2 count. Let's go, baby. But nothing makes me happier than helping people win money, and also teaching them the ways of how to win money, to be smart, to do research, not just to look at George Kirby and place a $40 bet or a $280 bet. You have to look at the lineup, look at the opposing lineup. Oh, Tim Anderson's debut game back, right? You have to look at those things. Oh, the Mariners have a F lineup or D lineup. Yeah, there's a good chance that they may lose. Maybe I don't even bet on this game. You know, but I have a good reputation for people winning money here. I think my advice is better than anybody on YouTube or anybody on any fucking DraftKings or sportsbook. Uh-oh. Shit. There it is. 4-4. Fuck. Is he out? Oh, he's saved. Do we need a review? Uh-oh. But again, I thought it would be 4-3 or a 4-4. I don't think they're going to win, but uh-oh. That's the problem with Munoz when we could have had Sewald. Fuck. Let me see the throw at home, though, to see if he actually was safe or not. Fucking Munoz. Damn it! I need to see a different angle. Hopefully they don't lose. God damn it. We're gonna challenge, and hopefully he's out at home. And if he's out at home, then we're good. Because if he's out at home, then we're at 4-3. Let's go, Ems. Let's have him be out at home. He looks like he's out. He's out. He's out. He is out. Oh, that angle looked out. That looked out. I think we're going to be okay here. It'll be 4-3. If this call is correct, let me see. I think he's out. I think he got him on the bag and the foot was up. Let's see. The White Sox announcers, of course, are going to say he's in, but he's out before the knee touches the plate. He is out. I don't give a shit what they say. He is out. That knee does not touch. He gets tagged, and then the knee gets into the corner of the home plate. We'll see. Boo! He was out. I don't like that call at all. Fuck that. And normally I'm going to keep it 100, but I do think he was out there. Now it's 4-4. Fuck. All right, if you cash out right now, what is it? What's the cash out now for both of y'all? What's the 280 bet on the cash out? And then what's the $60 to $40 bet to get 60? What's that? And there's still a chance that we win this game, but now we have to hold on and hope that they don't win 5-4. You know, so okay. Come on, Mariners. Don't be doing this to these guys. 15. Damn. That went down quite a bit, didn't it? Come on. Come on, Munoz. Yeah, but that's a part of betting, though. If you're going to be betting $40, you have to bet, and you got to bet and win big. You know, you don't bet just to win $5. You know, you bet to try to win the big one, right? Nobody bets to win $5. You bet to win 20, 50, 100, 1,000, right? So sometimes you're going to take an L, right? And then you'll learn from it. And then other times you're going to end up winning big. There's still a chance that we can win this game in extras. Because remember what I say, tie it up, and then maybe go into 10 or 12. It would have been really nice to win right there, though. Because then now, if it's at 15, you might as well let it ride. Here we go. 2-1 count. Come on now. And we just have to find a way to win 5-4 or 6-4 in the 10th, 11th, or 12th inning. We cannot let them win here. Not everything emotionally that we've all been through at this point. We have to find a way. Come on, Munoz. Here we go. There we go. Just let it ride. Just let it ride, bro. Like I said, Mariners games are emotional roller coasters, even for people that aren't betting. It's just a part of who we are, you know. Bottom of the ninth, 2-2 count, runner at second. Got him! Told you, bro. Have faith. Have faith. Lots of bets on the line for people in the room. We got a $40 bet on the Mariners, a $280 bet on the Mariners, another $20 bet on the Mariners. So, ooh, send me a photo. Send me a photo. Here we go. Just got to end it. We cannot let them win the game here. Go 4-4, go into extras, and then we're going to end up winning the game in the 10th, 11th, or 12th, 5-4 or 6-4. Let's get it done. Tim Anderson, he's making his debut back, first game back from getting knocked the fuck out from Jose Ramirez, right? So if you're not a southpaw, don't be a southpaw. Don't talk shit, otherwise you'll get knocked out. 0-2 count. Here we go. We're in a good position here. Come on, baby. Oh, baby. Nitro in the building. What's good? A lot of money on the line in this stream. Come on, Munoz. They're booing for the disengagement there. They're like, it's a balk. Shut the fuck up. White Sox fans in the building. Not here in the stream, but there. Everyone's getting all crazy. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Runner goes to third. I highly doubt that. Most people don't have $6,200, let alone betting 6,200. Maybe $6.20 or $60.20. I got you, bro. We're gonna win this money for you. Well, we can't just go from $40 to $6 to nothing. Okay, let's go. I mean, it would have been emotionally great if we could have just won it there 4-3. But when do we do things? Let's go. Like I said, it would have been great to be able to have that emotional comeback. But the way the Mariners do it, it's always typically, okay, let's, we're down 3-1, 3-0. Let's get to 3-1. Stop the bleeding, like I told you we would. Then we just got to try to tie it to be 3-3. We did, but we went up 4-3. But then it just so happens that they ended to get a run, for their momentum to make it 4-4. Now we just have to be able to find a way between the 10th and the 12th. And there's still no guarantee that we win this game. But I feel with momentum, it went from our side to the White Sox, but it can go back to us, and we just have to find a way to go 5-4 or 6-4, and hopefully we have the right guys in to get it done. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, if you've watched, I mean, I don't know how many streams for the Mariners I've done so far this year, 80 to 100, but it's like every fucking game is an emotional roller coaster, and also the sweep is on the line, also first place in the American League West is on the line, to be able to get caught up to the Rangers and the Astros. So let's take a look to see who's up next. But at least I got us to the point, here where we at least tied it, where it looked like we had a 5% chance to even tie. We did that, let alone take a lead, and then now we're going into extras. What is it? JP, Crawford, Julio, and Suarez? Is that what it is? That's actually, but JP's 0 for 4 though. So hopefully we can go 1 for 5 with him. So what that means, if with 3 Ks, we just need JP to get on base with a hit by a pitch or a walk, and then and then go from there, and then let Julio and Suarez rate. All right, Sammy Peralta's in. He's ready to fuck it up. Like, sub, donate to the channel if you can. It'd be greatly appreciated. I mean, I'm helping people win money left and right. So, and like I said, we don't need too many more subs to hit 20,000. So anything that you guys can do, like, comment, sub, donate, share. We're at 19,861. So I need 139 subs. So out of the 52 people that are watching, I know not all 52 are going to sub. Some of them have already subbed. But if you could, it would mean a lot. And I do cover everything: baseball, basketball, football, hockey, NASCAR, UFC, boxing, fantasy football, a little bit of everything, and reaction videos as well for the NFL side, and possibly other sports as well. Oh, so that was the old lineup. So Cade Marlowe. So Cade Marlowe coming in. JP Crawford was 0 for 4, so I like that move. Come on, Cade. Big swing and a miss, 0-2 count. Be patient, my guy. Come on, Marlowe. This is the Jarred Kelenic replacement, and he's usually very patient in the box. Typically does not get down 0-2, but we got to find a way to win this game in the 10th, 11th, or 12th inning. Pop foul. Yeah, I'll have some Caleb Williams for you in a little bit here as well. Thank you so much for your generosity too. Otherwise, I would have been, just making everybody else money, and I would have been at a zero. So I appreciate you. Come on, Mariners, top of the 10th, 4-4, knotted up. The heartbreaking, win if we can get it. Wow, right down the middle, got him. I mean, it just tugs at the heartstrings, back and forth, back and forth. There goes Cade Marlowe, one away. That must have been the early part of the lineup. The JP, it didn't reload from the previous inning. I think on ESPN is what they did. Yes. Mike Ford. First and third, baby. Dom, I see you. Oh, baby. Mike Ford. Dom. Rojas, the gang. Let's go. Nice job. Nice job, Rojas. He's actually been much better than Colton Wong. And then Mike Ford is a fat ass, right? But hey, he can fucking chug a lug all the way down to fucking third base. All right, here we go. Time to fucking win this game. Next up, it's our boy, Big Dumper, Cal Raleigh. Let's win this shit. He should be hitting left though. I don't like it when you have a left-handed pitcher. They say, "Well, go right." Well, if you're batting like 200 as a right and like 240 as a left, just go left. And what you're telling me it's impossible for a left-handed hitter who's a switch hitter, who's worse as a righty, that if he goes against a left-handed pitcher, it's impossible to get a hit? Come on. I mean, I don't know what this terminology is, but if I'm a left-handed hitter and I'm better at left, I don't give a fuck if the pitcher is right hand, left hand, or both hands. I'm going to go with my strong side, which is left. Now, can Cal Raleigh hit homers from the right? Yeah, but a lot less often, like 1 out of every 10 times compared to maybe 4 out of 10 times when he does left late in games. There's a big difference. It's like 10%, or like 40%. There's a big increase. Come on, Cal. Okay. Popped up. Two away. Runners at first and third. Come on. But again, that's Scott Service, telling him that. So I'll have to watch the Pete Carroll interview. Come on, JP. You're 0 for 4. How about be 1 for 5 and be a fucking hero? How about that? Huh? 0 for 4. You're too good for that. You're one of our emotional leaders. Let's go 1 for 5. Let's go. Like, sub, donate to the channel, win some money, have some fun. Hang out with your boy, Mariners. Since 1985. Let's go. Fuck, at this point, I'll just take him getting hit by a pitch or taking a walk. Because then if we get bases loaded, Julio will be up, and then we can win the game 6-4 or 5-4. Come on, JP. Come on, baby. Let's go, Crawford. Pitch is low. 2-0 count. Take the walk. You're up 2-0 in the count. Take the walk. Do not swing. Then we get bases loaded, and we're one of the top 2 teams in baseball. But do the Mariner players know that we're one of the top 2 teams in baseball with the bases loaded? I highly doubt it. 2-1 count. It's all right. It's all right. Come on, baby. Let's go, Mariners. There we go. Pitch is outside. 3-1 count. Take the walk. Put the pressure on the pitcher. Take the walk. Get bases loaded. Get Julio on. Then we win the game. Come on, JP. And he's got the patience to do it. Hit by a pitch or take the walk. Let's go. Let's go. And this is why you get paid the big bucks. That's why you end up making history. That's why this guy is our franchise cornerstone player. Now be electric. Be the fucking Julio that we know you can fucking be. Let's fucking win the game. Let's go, Mariners. Let's go. First pitch strike. Come on, Julio. No excuses. Come on, baby. I mean, I pretty much called this game the way that it was going to go from the start. Come on, Julio, please. Fuck! Fuck! I mean, it's not over 10th, 11th, or 12th, but bases loaded, top 2 team in Major League Baseball with the Dodgers and Julio instead of being the hero. I'm not going to say Julio was the 0. He'll be able to come up again, hopefully, and help us win, but that hurt. That could have been it right there. We could have hung on 4-3. Momentum in sports is a son of a bitch. And then, but think about this: we were down 3-0. Then we got it down to 3-1. Like I told you, stop the bleeding. Then I was like, hey, maybe we can get it to 3-3. Went up 4-3, but then they got to run 4-4. Now we got to be able to win in 10, 11, or 12. And hopefully we get some people in the room that can keep their money and win their money. So, Kobe, hello? Kobe. Oh, where'd you go? Oh, you're gone. We don't need that kind of negativity in here. I'm trying to help people win money. Motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here. I mean, $280 on the line to win 500, 40 to 60. Our boy went bet 40, went down to 6, couldn't even buy a McNugget meal. No fries, no drink, no nuggets. Come on, man. We don't need that negativity. Fuck out of here, Kobe. All right. Well, we still have a chance to win. I still think that we can still win the money, and there's still opportunities here. It's just, things are not going to be the way that you want sometimes with the Mariners. Sometimes it's an emotional roller coaster. Anyone that's a Mariner fan will tell you. I mean, my phone is fucking blowing up right now. So, we got this. Let's go. Topa's in. Come on, Topa. We're going to get out of this inning, and we got to find a way to win in the top of the 11th. Going to talk it into existence to the sports world, the sports gods. And I've still got some photos that I owe you, Megan. This is just a very critical, crucial, insane part of the game. But I do appreciate you very much. A little hack, a little Pete, and I'll get you some more. God, this has got my fucking heart in my chest from this fucking game. And that's why Sewald is more valuable than Munoz. Like I said, he's got, the heat, but sometimes he doesn't have the location. Well, there's a bunt attempt. If they just would have put in Mike Ford and Cal Raleigh earlier, we would have been all right. I don't remember when we were all, and I told y'all, I was like, we're coming, and here we are. How are you, Elliot? This is our youngest mod on the channel. It's my brother, Elliot, not the OG. Get him. Oh, no. Fuck. Are you fucking kidding me? We lose like that? I'm sorry, man. I did everything I could to get us back from 3-0. But sometimes I guess that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Man. And if Munoz would have just pitched better there, and then we would have actually played better defense, and I mean, there's nothing we can say. Fuck. But again, when you make that initial bet blindly, and you're down 3-0, at least we got a chance to get your money back, But sometimes the cookie crumbles that way. That's tough. That is tough. But remember, when you already were thinking in the first inning, the second inning, all the way towards the end, the money was already gone. So it definitely made it a little bit more exciting there. But sometimes you end up making that miraculous comeback. Sometimes you fuck up at the end of the game and you lose. And it fucking hit him in the back. My God. That's tough. But again, when we had the bases loaded, if we were going to win, you have to win there, or you not give up the key run at the end when we're up 4-3. But again, in sports, it's very hard to hang on, especially when you've been down the whole game. Oh, fucking A. Oh, that's tough. Brutal. 5-4, White Sox win. Damn. I thought we were going to get that. I really did. Yeah, we're going to win the next game. We'll be fine. But, I mean, to lose that emotional way, fuck. Fucking A. All right, Megan, let me get some photos for your $100 dono. Fuck, I really wish that would could have turned out a little bit better, but I mean, it's like every lucky team, gets every blind squirrel gets their nut sometimes. All right, let's try to get some photos here. But we did have a chance. We even took the lead, so it's not like they didn't have a chance. It's just that if they would have made the adjustments sooner with Ford and Raleigh, that could have maybe made the difference. But you got to give the White Sox a lot of credit for fighting and coming back and winning. So congratulations to them. Damn, that makes me sick to my stomach. But again, if we didn't get down 3-0, maybe things are a little bit different. All right, I'll hit you with some USC stuff and some Seahawks stuff. Is this the back-to-back Heisman winner, Caleb Williams? Very possibly. Oh, Charles Cross there at Mississippi State. God damn, that one hurt. That one really fucking hurt, especially when we actually had that one good inning. But again, it shows you when you have a shitty lineup, it's really hard to come back. It's possible we can do it, but we just didn't have enough there at the end. Fucking walk off, son of a bitch. But still, use those tips, and that'll help you, bet smarter moving forward. Oh, that one hurt. That one hurt. That one hurt. That one hurt. Fuck. All right, what game do I want to put on now? What do we got? Brewers and Minnesota knotted up at 6. San Diego 1-0. I'll put the Padre game on for Elliot. Oh, brutal. But normally, like I said, in the future, do not bet on, if there's 3 games in a set, right? Even if the team has won the first 2, don't bet on that third game. Or if it's the 4th game in the set and they're trying to get the sweep, don't bet on that game. Because like I said, usually it's very difficult to win 3 in a row or 4 in a row. It does happen, from time to time. But I would say you have like a 20% chance of winning the bet typically at that point. Sometimes even less than that, even if the team is super hot. It's very difficult to win 3 times or 4 times in a row. And I'm just trying to get some more photos for Megan's $100 dono. Oh, brother. Should have had that one. We really should have. I mean, what are the chances of fucking JP hitting the guy in the back with the ball? That never happens. I'm just have to send it to Sarah, and then I'll be able to bring it up for you. I was really wanting that one. Like I said, most of the time, the Mariners will come through in that situation. And I got your Martin Brody from your Jaws. Jazz Chisholm strikes out 1-0 Padres. I like that he's got the cigarette in its mouth too. So obviously you got that, and then you got your Funko Pop with cigarette in hand. I like that. Yeah, that would be a good collectible to have if you don't have that particular. And he's always got the cigarette in his mouth, like always, right? Yeah, pick it up. Probably doesn't cost too much either. I appreciate that. Yeah, but still, you could have been at 54, but you could have been at 0 also, or $6 if you would have cashed out and whatnot. I mean, baseball is an emotional sport, and sometimes you're going to end up getting the big wins, and sometimes mistakes happen late that are unpredictable. Even I couldn't predict, JP hitting the guy in the back, and then they got a cheap run at the end. But Munoz fucked it up at the end. If we would have been able to hang on, and if he would have been able to close it like Seawald, game over. Money cashed in. So. I don't know. I have a puppy that I need to be able to hang on to, and I don't want to be a bad dog father and whatnot. So I mean, obviously the Dodgers playing pretty soon, but I haven't even made a thumbnail. I'm still on this stream right now, so I'm probably not going to do the Dodger game and spend time with my pup and try to be a good dog father and whatnot. And then tomorrow I will do the Dodgers in the morning at 10 a.m. or at 10 o'clock a.m. against the Guardians because the Mariners have the day off. So I'll be doing the Dodger game tomorrow morning. So really tough, really tough. Yeah, remember when we were like talking where everyone was just like we were like 11 games below 500, and Cardinals and Padres and Mariners were all at the same spot, but then the Mariners started to surge. But again, sometimes you can get those dubs and come back, and sometimes you don't. So anything else that you want to be able to take a look at, Megan? I'm going to throw some Steve Largent up here for you too. But anytime you bet, like I said, that's the risk that you take. Sometimes you can end up, having those miraculous wins. But I mean, if it was me, I wouldn't have even bet on this game, just based off the lineup and whatnot. Just not just George Kirby, but the ass lineup that we had. We had to be able to, make substitutions late just to come back and tie and take the lead. But it does show you also no Paul Sewald. It's sometimes you're going to get the dub and sometimes you're not. And that's the problem with Munoz. He can throw the heaters, but a lot of times he does not have control. And that one bit us. So was really hoping that you guys could get your money back, but sometimes that's what happens. Yeah, I need to eat some lunch and stuff too. Now, if I had like more time, like if the Dodger game didn't start till like 6 or 7, then I would probably do the Dodger game tonight. But I mean, since I haven't even made a thumbnail yet, it's going to take me a while to get everything all situated. I want to make sure I spend some time with my pup. I don't want to ignore her. So yeah, so I'm not gonna do another stream today. I'll just do this one. And obviously, since Megan was able to step up for us too, that definitely helps out. I'm going to throw up the Seahawk logo for you. I appreciate you very much. Well, Kershaw's pitching, so Dodgers. Yeah, I'm really happy you did too because if you didn't, like I said, I would have been at probably a 0 or a 5 or something, you know? So I appreciate that. Yep, next time if it gets close like that, maybe cash out. Like, exactly, that's probably what I would do also, I would agree, you know? And then looking at lineups is more important, so now you know that tip of it as well, so that'll help you win money in the future or cash out so you can get some money back. Oh, I like that. That's cool. Yeah, you should get both. You should get both. And that's the one Funko, and then what's the other Funko? I'm a big toy collector too, so I don't really do pops, but I know that's more of your thing, but I'm always willing to take a peek and share some of the items that you might be purchasing in the near future. So I like this right here, but you got to get both. I like the blood coming out. That's dope. I like that. How much can you get both of the Funkos for? Like 50 combined, or is it more than that? Yeah, everyone's a little bit different, but with Simple doesn't have enough as much money. So if you have like 40 bucks and you can't really afford to lose 40, but you're betting 40, if you can end up getting some of that back, it went all the way down to 6, but then it went as high as 54. But again, if you ended up would have winning, then everything's good. But again, sometimes I'll be able to predict stuff and I can get us to a certain point, but then it's going to be up to the sports gods and Mariners to close it out. And if Munoz was just able to be Munoz, everyone wins, but he wasn't. He fucked it up. So oh, 125? Oh, okay. Oh, there you go. Get one and then get the other one later. There we go. I gotcha. 'Will throw up some of your quarterback too as well. He's gonna have an amazing year. Even with, Jackson Smith-Njigba with the minor surgery or injury, I'm not worried about it. They're gonna be very fun to watch, and I'm gonna be doing a lot more Seahawk games, Niner games if they have games in the morning, so 1-0 Padres over the Marlins. Your boy, Elliot. You watching the game right now, Elliot? You're watching your team? Oh, yeah. I'm gonna do every game. As long as that, depending on if they're not playing at the same time as the Ducks, but even in week 0 for that very first game, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, absolutely. How much did you put on the Dodger game? 40? Yeah, and like I said, I tried to get us as far as we possibly could, but again, no one is going to be 100% right all the time. I'll have some ESP moments, and I'll be able to get us there. But again, it's really up to the sports gods and the team at the very, very end. And to lose in a way where you hit someone in the back, where he never does that. I mean, no one's going to be able to predict that. Back. Gone, baby. Xander Bogaerts with a homer. There you go, Elliot. 3-0 Padres. Yeah, and I'm going to be able to give you those tips to get you your money back. So, anything else, Megan, that you want to be able to see? I got to be able to take Paisley on another walk and get situated and whatnot. Eat some lunch since I haven't been able to do that as well. But I can still throw up some more stuff for you for your generosity. Just let me know if there's anything else that you want to see, and I got you. Yeah, I'll be rooting for you too, man. And like I said, Kershaw's pitching, so there's a high probability that they're going to get the dub today. Now, is it possible that the Dodgers lose today? Of course. I mean, anybody can beat anyone on any given Monday through Sunday. But I feel the way that the Dodgers have been rolling, Kershaw pitching, there's a very high probability that you can get your money back. So, okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate your generosity very, very much. Let's go through and cycle through some of these photos one more time that I have for you. I appreciate that. I definitely have not eaten really anything, and I need to be able to get her another walk. I've already walked her once, but I try to do 2 to 3 walks a day to get her to lose weight and for me to get to myself to lose weight. And I'll be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. for the Dodger game, and then since the Mariners are off tomorrow, and then I'll try to squeeze in as many streams and reaction videos as possible. And then there's preseason football week number 3, 2 games tomorrow as well. And normally I do live streams on those, but I'm going to spend some time with my girlfriend and probably go out to eat instead. So I got to be able to have some me time too. Handsome devil. Look at that guy. Who is that? A model? Oh, it's just Pete Carroll. Really good receiver and a guy on the microphone that's dumb. Collinsworth. Large it, baby. High stepping, baby. All the way to the end zone. Hawks. I like that photo. Let's go. Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you very, very much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for saving us today here with no Sarah really handling any of the mod responsibilities. I pretty much did the whole stream with no mod really helping out on that end. If I did have someone helping, maybe we would have gotten a couple small donos at that point. But for the simple fact, no one wants to work for free, and grind it out and be at a zero in any job that they're doing. And you've been holding it down for the last 3 streams, and you do very, very often when you can. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate that. And I'll give you a few more, obviously, when we do more streams moving forward. So thank you so much for your generosity. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'm going to keep exercising the pup and eat some lunch. And I love you and I appreciate you very, very much. Oh, no, where you were sleeping. You were sleeping. It's all good. It's all good. So, gang. I hope you end up getting the win for your Padres. Elliot, Megan, thank you so much. Mike, and everyone else in the building. Simple. I love you guys and I appreciate you guys very, very much. And I'll be back very, very soon. And I got one question for you. When is the that is a good question. I think she said Friday. I think she said Friday. But I got one question for you. Who talk sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics. I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you to everyone that donated, commented, shared. You are the best. And I'll be back very, very soon. Okay.